Fakes down low into the post up top. Bradshaw step back three. Good. Nothing but net by McKinley. Bradshaw. Hansen turns around against Ellingford. Pretty move from the senior.
Eagles basketball is on the air. Lyman High School is ready to soar through the 2019-2020 season. Catch it all on your home for Bridger Valley basketball. MyLocalRadio.com. Lyman basketball is brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Come On In of Casper, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Plains Tire, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Trona Valley Community Federal Credit Union, The Store, and Blacks Fork Dental. Now, Eagles fans, it's time to head to the booth to join the play-by-play voice of the Bridger Valley, Jake Hibbard.
Interclassification and in the middle of the week, it's Tuesday basketball live from Lyman, Wyoming, where the Lyman Eagles have a doubleheader at home against the Kemmerer Rangers. We saw these two teams square off earlier in the season at the Bridger Valley Invitational right here at this gymnasium, and we will see it again tonight. Contest bumped back to 6 o'clock and 7:30, so it's late games here. Jake Hibbard joining you live on KNYN 99.1 FM in Evanston, The Spur in Kemmerer, and MyLocalRadio.com worldwide for a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. In addition to our cleanup and restoration services, we also offer new construction and remodeling. We can help with a newer kitchen, bathroom, a garage, deck, or a new addition to your home. We provide accurate, itemized estimates with no hidden fees or extra charges, and we complete each job to 100% of your satisfaction. Call us today at 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
Welcome into the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show. Sawyer's is there for you no matter the damage. Water, mold, fire, more. Sawyer's is at 741-7000, or you can visit wyodisastercleanup.com. That's wyodisastercleanup.com. Let's take our first look, brought to you by Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness. Whatever it is you need, Bradshaw's can probably help, whether it's towing, or they have that 24 hours a day. They have storage. They have a fitness center that never closes as well. So Bradshaw's in Lyman at 787-3450. Well, the last time we saw these two teams play was all the way back at the opening week of the season, the Bridger Valley Invitational of Lyman and the Kemmerer Lady Rangers, and the final score in that contest came out 58-36 in favor of Lyman. That was their first win of the season. And you know what? It was one of their only wins of that early portion of the season. The Lyman Eagles did not have what we'll call a quick start to the preseason. They won a couple of games at the Bridger Valley Invitational and then lost 6 straight. And as of recent, they've been on a hot streak. They defeated Big Piney and Pinedale to start 2-0 in the Southwest Conference season. They just barely lost to Evanston the week before that in a game that finished with what some may call a buzzer beater and some may call the referee wanted the game over because the buzzer had sounded when Zosha Novakowski put the basketball into the net. Nonetheless, it was a 50-48 final of Evanston and Lyman. These Lyman Eagles are a different team than what we saw at the beginning of the season. They're taking a little bit better care of the ball, and as they get now with a 1 week off, but they're nonetheless in the thick of the conference season. They are fighting for that Southwest title and a little bit more. It looks like the top team in the state, of course, is Douglas, as they've won the last 2 state championships at the heels of probably could be a 3-peat, a 4-peat perhaps for Douglas. But on the western side, that's where the rest of the top teams reside. There's Worland, and then after that, there's Mountain View, and there could be Lyman as well. Those 3 teams look like, in some semblance, to be the 2, 3, and 4 teams in the state at this point in the year. As for the Kemmerer Rangers, they sit at 4-10 on the season, including an 0-2 start to their conference season. They finished off with losses to Wind River, 44-37, and to Shoshone, 39-34. That was their opening week of conference, and now they get this off week. It's all off week for Lyman, as this coming Saturday we'll have a 3 o'clock and 4:30 matchup of Wyoming Indian right here at Lyman High School. That's always a thrilling interclassification matchup of 2A and 3A teams, and both the girls and boys for Wyoming Indian are the defending state champions from a year ago, so that will certainly be an exciting one. As we mentioned, Lyman sitting at 8-8 on the season, trying to get a game over 500. Then their leading scorer is Bryce Hansen, who leads them in every statistical category of note. She leads them in points, offensive and defensive rebounds, total rebounds, and then assists. She's at the top of that. Steals, Mandy Ayers at the top of that, but Bryce not far behind. And Bryce at the top of blocks per game. And heck, she even leads in turnovers per game, but that's what point guards do. It's not necessarily a mark of a player who can't handle the ball. It's the mark of the player who's handling the ball the most. But Bryce Hansen at the center of so much. But Mandy Ayers, we talked to her last week on Saturday after the win over Pinedale. She's coming along and scoring some big points in big moments and leading the team when Bryce has gotten into foul trouble, which has been several times throughout this season. It's been on Mandy to keep the cooler heads to prevail. And as always, she's providing that senior leadership. We expect to see Nicole Peden out on the court again today. However, will she start, will she not? That will be up for when we find out the starting lineups here in about 10 minutes from now. On Kemmerer's side, they're led by Madeline Gregory with 7 rebounds and almost 15 points per game. As a team, they both shoot in the similar range at about 35%. Field goal percentage. Lyman has a slight shooting edge over Kemmerer, but when you factor in 3-pointers to 2-pointers taken, the true shooting percentage is about dead even between the two, with Lyman holding a 0.7% overall advantage. Where we really see some differences in the turnover margin. Lyman turns it over 19 times per game, Kemmerer 21, but the turnover difference is -11 for Kemmerer and just -0.3 for Lyman. That's something they've been working on. Lyman has to cut down that turnover margin and their turnovers as a whole. They'll certainly need to do that today to be successful against the Kemmerer Rangers. It's Lyman and Kemmerer live from Lyman High School on a Tuesday night, 5:51. Joining you on the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show, that's your Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness first look. We will take a break and come back to take a quick look at the boys next.
Whatever you need, it's likely that Bradshaw's and Lyman can help. Whether it's windows at home or new glass in your car, truck, SUV, or semi, Bradshaw's has it. Tires? Yes. All vehicles, ATVs, semis, and more. Bradshaw's offers a 24-hour towing service for everything large to small. And the Bradshaw Fitness Center is open 24/7. There's more, so always call Bradshaw's first. Whatever you need, it's likely they can help. 307-787-3450. Again, that's 307-787-3450.
Continuing the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show, the boys will come your way at about 7:30 p.m. And the leading scorer for Lyman on the season is Andrew Housekeeper, but make no mistake about it, there is a sophomore on the rise for this Lyman team by the name of Alex Bradshaw. The last time Alex Bradshaw hit the court, he scored 24 and 31 points on respective nights. That was last Friday and Saturday, first in a loss to Big Piney and then in a win over Pinedale. Bradshaw has been taking on more and more of the scoring load as the season has progressed, and in fact, Andrew Housekeeper, the senior, seems quite content with the whole situation. He is fine to distribute the ball around, open up Bradshaw, and he has been converting at a high clip from beyond the arc. Alex had 6 3-pointers in the win over Pinedale on Saturday. As for Housekeeper, if this continues, his assist numbers will continue to climb, and Housekeeper, a fine scorer in his own right, will maybe get a little bit more open space to cut, slash, and drive, as he is so adept at doing. Preston Brewer continues to corral the lion's share of the rebounds for Lyman at 7.1 per game, but Lyman still looking to even up that rebounding margin, being out-rebounded by about 5 per game. They'll go up against a very tall Kemmerer basketball team today, led by Coulter Brunsky, Jake Campman, Derek Wilcox, and the rest for this Kemmerer team, sitting at 5-9 on the season, but 2-0 in the conference season. Lyman sitting at 1-1. That one mark is not updated on the screen there. They defeated Kemmerer, did Shoshone 45-34, and Wind River 68-61 in their opening week of play. As we mentioned, with Kemmerer leading the way in scoring is Coulter Brunsky, but he's followed quickly behind by Derek Wilcox at 10.6 per game, Jake Campman at 9.9, and then you have Caden Bowen at 6.2, and it goes down from there. Kemmerer does not run a long rotation, but they are tall, 6 foot, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and then 5'8" as Sean Crank, the point guard, and then off the bench they'll be sporting 6'1", 5'11", 6'1", and 5'8". Make no mistake about it, when these two teams, the Lyman and Kemmerer boys, take the court, it will be out for blood. These two teams are definitely rivals, as are the girls in this contest, and we know we'll have another exciting one, a physical game. We'll see how high the foul total climbs today. That's your Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness first look at the boys' game, and we will take a break now here in the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show. Come back with expected starters for the girls next. This is the First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM. We also welcome you if you're listening in on the Spur in Kemmerer, or of course, the video stream online at mylocalradio.com.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. Our company specializes in fire damage restoration, mold inspection, remediation and testing, flood cleanup, and biohazardous cleanup services. We complete each job to 100% of your satisfaction. Safety is our highest priority, and once we've completed your job, we ensure your home or business will again be a safe place to occupy. Call me, Chase, at 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Whatever you need, it's likely that Bradshaw's and Lyman can help. Whether it's windows at home or new glass in your car, truck, SUV, or semi, Bradshaw's has it. Tires? Yes. All vehicles, ATVs, semis, and more. Bradshaw's offers a 24-hour towing service for everything large to small. And the Bradshaw Fitness Center is open 24/7. There's more, so always call Bradshaw's first. Whatever you need, it's likely they can help. 307-787-3450. Again, that's 307-787-3450.
We hope you're enjoying this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness. Whatever it is you need, Bradshaw's can probably help. The Come On In of Casper. When it comes time to cheer on your Buffs or Eagles at state, the Come On In is your best bet for a great night's stay. Auto Farm Chevrolet in Evanston. General Manager Dennis Lynch invites you to come and experience a community-driven dealership. Evanston Regional Hospital. Quality health care close to home. Bridger Valley Motor. Got a check engine light blinking? Don't guess at what the problem is. Take it to Slim at Bridger Valley Motor in Lyman. And Achieve Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. No excuses, just results. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Welcome back to the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show. We are about 2 minutes away from the girls tipping off here on a Tuesday night. action. We'll give our projected starters right now. However, we mentioned with both teams, it could be up for change. We've got Bryce Hansen, Charles C. Rose, Mandy Ayers, Sage Bradshaw, and we presume Hadley Gross getting the start tonight with Nicole Peeting coming off the bench, but we will wait to see if that changes at all. For Kemmerer, Kenley Plowman, Kinsey Painter, Madeline Gregory, Samantha Butler, and Austin Benson. Could also see Charity Chamberlain in there, however, as well. So those are just the projected starters. We will come back with the opening tip as we close out the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show right now on this First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
An infected tooth can cause discomfort and serious harm to your health. At Wyoming Dental Specialties, endodontist Dr. Leslie Walker understands the complexities removing infected tissues from inside the tooth, which is one reason why you can trust him to provide endodontic treatment and root canal therapy. With a skilled staff and state-of-the-art technology in our office, we help save your smile and improve your overall dental health. Call today to schedule your appointment, 307-789-5608.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. Our company has helped thousands of people put their homes, businesses, and lives back together after a fire, flood, storm, or other disastrous event. We work with all insurance companies, and we work for you by being professional, fair, and honest. Our certified technicians are trained in every aspect of restoration, so we can complete each project in a fast and satisfactory way. Call us today, 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
And welcome back. As we mentioned, the Sawyer's Disaster Cleanup and Construction pregame show just concluding, getting set for the first quarter of action between Lyman and Kemmerer. Well, welcome onto the broadcast now. Kate Bolander, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Well, my sound is not great. Let's see if we can get that evened out there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just great. Yeah, no, we're just trying to get all that evened out because you know what? My soundboard is going wonky. I guess it's just that time of the year where we've been working with this throughout. But we mentioned the starters for the Kemmerer Rangers as we were projecting them, and they're being announced right now as we've got Kemmerer in the black jerseys and red trim with white numerals. Let's check the work and see how we did there. For the starters, We have Austin Benson's out there. Kenley Plowman is out there. Madeline Gregory, leading scorer, is out there. Kinsey Painter, and was there a 2-5 out there as well? Looks like there was. Let's see. Yes, there is 25. So that's Samantha Butler. So those are the starters for this contest, and so we got that correct. Now taking a look down to the Lyman starters. We said Bryce Hanson, Charles C. Rose, Mandy Air, Sage Bradshaw, and Hadley Gross. Those are the starters. Sage Bradshaw, a freshman, Charles C. Rose, a sophomore, Bryce Hanson, a sophomore, and then Mandy Air and Hadley Gross, both seniors. This is a team with some good senior leaders, but definitely youth-driven for Lyman.
Oh, yeah. In a few years, we don't know how this season's going to end up in the books overall, but in a couple of years, this is definitely a state contending team.
Yeah, and we talked about just before we went to break there, you know, certainly Douglas is considered the top team in the state. After that, I think there's 3 teams on the West at this point in the season who have laid claim to being 2, 3, 4 in some order. And it's still early, but I would have Warland, Mountain View, and Lyman.
Yeah, I would say so.
How they battle out and how it all comes out remains to be seen. Opening tip is between Bryce Hanson and Kenley Plowman, and it's one Lyman's way. Lyman in the white jerseys, blue numerals, and blue striping going from left to right. First quarter action here. Brought to you at 6:04 p.m., just a few minutes after the readjusted tip-off. Backdoor cut to Charles C. Rose from Hanson. She gets hit and fouled by Kinsey Painter. Headed to the line for 2 free throws. We saw these games early in the year. It was the first weekend at the Bridger Valley Invitational. The girls and the boys played on different days. The boys played on, I think, Friday or Saturday. They may have not even played on different days, just different times. They weren't back-to-back. Charles C. Rose misses her first free throw. But we know what the girls and left, Kenley Plowman over to the right side, and on the wing it's Samantha Butler looking for a passing mate. No one presents themselves. She tries a wing 3, misses it, gets her own rebound in the paint, goes hard off the glass. Plowman up on the shot, and Bryce Hanson with the rebound after that second miss. Trying to push the tempo, Sage Bradshaw takes a pass in the paint, looks back to the elbow. It's Hadley Gross. And a 3-ball up and in by Bryce Hanson. And it's 3-0 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Hanson hits that from the top of the key. Back to Kemmerer, going from right to left. Plowman over to the right side. Butler has it on the corner. No one guarding her. They're kind of, I guess, saying go ahead and shoot to Butler.
Yeah, why
on the
not?
outside. She has it on the wing again. Still no one guarding her. Madeline Gregory, the leading scorer at about 16 per game. Goes over to the baseline, and a whistle blown to step out of bounds.
I'm assuming so. That's what it looks like.
Step out of bounds there. And it's Lyman basketball. Sage Bradshaw across the timeline. To the top of the key, Hanson thinks about a 3. Quickly guarded by Plowman, though. Dribbles over to the left wing. 1.5 minutes gone by. Mandy Air in the paint, gets the pass, and then rejected by Benson. Just ripped the ball right out of her hands. Out to the left side, a 3-ball by Gregory, misses long. And the rebound taken down by Lyman. Going from left to right, Bradshaw has the pass from Gross, drives into the paint herself, runs into a double team, steps through, walks with it. And I think definitely an easy travel call there for against Sage Bradshaw.
You got to hate that if you're Sage. You think that maybe you should get a foul because of all the contact that was there. But she did end up walking with it in the end.
Still 3-0 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board here in Lyman, Wyoming. 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter of action. Butler tries another 3, just barely grazes the rim, chases down her own board, gives it off to Benson into the paint, and off the glass. Benson goes over Gross. It's 3-2. Hanson down to Peden. She turns around in the right block, misses short. Peden, a quick entry into the game as a senior. She's normally a starter, coming off the bench with the broken left pinky. In transition, Gregory misses a layup. Charles Rose gives it off to Hansen. Maybe a chance to run again for Lyman. Sage Bradshaw against Gregory out to the right side. Peden will slow things up out to the right wing. A 3-ball tried by Hansen, misses short. High bounce and into the hands of Plowman. She's got a 1-on-3 disadvantage, but still tries to run with it. Gives back to Gregory. 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Swing around to the right side. Benson has her pocket picked by Hadley Gross, and Bryce Hansen takes the pass. Up the middle of the court, Peden steps through, floats it up, misses short. Charles C. Rose on the rebound. Benson on a, I guess you call that a steal. If the ball is below the waist, it's probably a steal, not a block. But Rose was trying to shoot.
When Rose went up to get that rebound, no one looked like they were really going for it. They all had hands up, but no one was really bringing it down. So she's like, fine, I'll take it.
Nicole Peden with the basketball. Throws up high, intending for Caroline Bradshaw. No good. And stolen away. Bradshaw, 5'3", couldn't quite get a hold of that basketball. Kinsey Painter with it. Plowman over to the left wing. Elbow shot pushed up by Butler. No good, but the loose ball into the hands of Plowman. Close to a walk by Plowman. She gives it to Gregory. Straight away, 3 tried, and it was in, then out. Benson has the board. Turns around against Hope Sinnott. Still no good. Hansen fighting for the board. Sinnott comes away with it for Lyman. 4:22 left in the first period. 3-2 the score on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. It's early in the week, and both these teams have left their offense for the weekend so far. Elbow shot, Hansen. 5 points for Bryce, and that's the totality of Lyman's scoring.
That was pretty. She knew where the basket was at and just went right up and in.
Yeah, and Bryce has both shots for Lyman so far, and both, well, one coming off of a 3 from straight away, that one at about the free throw line. 5-2 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Turnaround Benson in the paint. Passes back out to Gregory. Gregory rolls around on a curl to the left side. In, then out. Hansen has the basketball. Up ahead, Madison Harris came into the game. Euro step around and a charge. Madison Harris ran into Kinley Plowman there.
She did. She was going for it, and fortunately it went the other way for her.
Plowman set her feet and then fell right over.
She was ready for her.
Harris, Bradshaw, Air, Peden, and Sinnott on the court for Lyman. Just one foul for either side. 3:37 left in the first quarter. Harris steals the ball away from Painter. Air takes it into the lane and is headed to the line for 2, fouled by Painter. Mandy Air with the jump shooting left-handed free throw. Has 2 of them upcoming. Just 2 fouls for Kemmerer, but both of them against Kinsey Painter. Air misses on her first. Lyman is 0-3 from the free throw line today.
What are they normally sitting at as a team? Do you know?
As a team shooting?
Yes.
But in the mid-50s for Lyman. They're about a 55% free throw team.
All right.
Hope Sinnott gets the rebound, or actually that was Harris downside. Mandy Air has it at the top of the key. And as we mentioned in the pregame, when Hansen's on the bench, a lot of times Mandy Air will do a lot of ball handling or point guard duties for Lyman. Out to the left wing, it's Mandy Air. 3:10 left in the first quarter. Caroline Bradshaw gets it, baseline drive against Samantha Butler. It's out of bounds. Butler looks a little lame. Did she roll an ankle?
It looks like it. I didn't see what happened. I was watching Caroline Bradshaw, but she must have stepped wrong or something.
Doesn't seem at 100% one way or another.
No.
Nicole Peden on the baseline, inbound right to Air. One dribble on the left side, back to Peden. And the ball goes down on the deck. Samantha Butler turns around, has it swing out of her hands. And it's with Lyman again. Sage Bradshaw replaces Hope Sinnott. Sage with the inbound. Tosses up high, looking for Mandy. Out to Caroline. Wing 3 is up. Airballed, though. Ball knocked out of bounds, or bounced out of bounds. Caroline, or Sage Bradshaw tried to save it, could not. And it's Kemmerer basketball, 5-2, 2:55 left in the first quarter. Samantha Butler inbounds to Charity Chamberlain. She comes off the bench in today's game. And the ball knocked out by Harris. Last time this game happened, it was 58-36 Kemmerer. Inbounded to Gregory. 2:45 left in the opening quarter. Butler has it. Short corner shot from the left side's good. Well, Samantha Butler's been the volume shooter in today's game, and she gets the first bucket to go. Bradshaw fouled, driving in the transition. She's to the line 4-2. Bryce Hansen to check in after the first free throw. Same with Charles C. Rose. First free throw, good by Sage. 1 of 4, make it 1 of 5 shooting from the free throw line for Lyman. 6-4 the score on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Bradshaw 2 of 2. 7-4, 2:33 left. Full court press on by Lyman. Gregory runs across it after getting the ball on the right sideline. Tries to go coast to coast, and nice bank shot over Bryce Hansen.
That was a nice bank shot. I thought it was going to go hard off the glass, but she placed it perfectly.
On the other side, Hadley Gross. Was that Gross letting it go out of bounds?
Well, Sage threw it a little too high, so yeah.
Okay, well, I won't blame her then. Kemmerer basketball once again, 7-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Charity Chamberlain to Gregory. Pass out right side beyond the three-point line to Benson, then to Butler. Back to Plowman. Kinsey, high. Ooh, looked like she switched her pivot feet there from the right to the left. It went uncalled. Samantha Butler has it on the left corner. They're begging her to shoot from 3, and she misses her third. That was definitely a missed pivot foot.
She's done that 2 to 3 different times, but
Gross on the other end with her first 2. Yeah, and you notice that is that she was moving, and it almost looked like she drug the right pivot foot, and then she changed it to her left, and referee was right there, but went uncalled. Sage got a steal and then blocked by Gregory. Madeline's first. Team foul number 4 for Kemmerer. Nicole Peden to check in. 1:33 left in the first quarter. 9-6 the score on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Bryce Hansen with the basketball on the inbound from Bradshaw. Bounce over right side on the wing. It's Bradshaw with it to Peden at the top of the key. Looks down low to Gross. She drop steps in, hard off the glass. Peden on the rebound. Blocked, gets her own board back. Rose for a triple. It's in! 12-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Charles C. Rose hits the second 3 of the quarter for Lyman. Hansen had the other one. Gregory dribbling around to the right wing with under a minute left in the first quarter. 12-6, Lyman on top of Kemmerer. Butler, free throw line, turnaround shot, misses off to the right. Hadley Gross on the board to Hansen, up ahead. Peden 2-on-1, has Bradshaw, steps through against Gregory herself, and the second charge foul against Lyman.
I didn't see her feet placed, but granted, I'm not the ref and I'm not right there.
Yeah, and I think that's 1 on Harris and 1 on Peden now for both of Lyman's first quarter fouls have been charges.
Caroline Bradshaw is set to check in.
Charles C. Rose working against Kinley Plowman. Plowman gets it away up to Gregory on the left block. Uses the glass, but it hits hard. Hansen up ahead to Charles C. Rose. She'll step in and is fouled. 2 shots coming up.
You know, you watch Lyman, and almost every time down the court, they hardly ever dribble it up, but they always pass it up. My dad always said when I played basketball that you can never beat the pass. If you're willing to throw it and risk maybe it getting picked off, you can 95% of the time either score or get fouled like what Charles C. Thank you. Tongue's all tied up today.
Rose misses her first free throw. Madison Harris checks in for Nicole Peden. 21.4 seconds left in the first quarter. Rose on the second, misses. Harris on the board, though. Turnaround, shot got taken away by Benson. Gregory continuing to play with 2 fouls in the first quarter. 10 seconds left. Plowman on the right side. Throws it away, intended for Gregory. Sage came away with it. And the layup by Bradshaw is in. 4 points for Sage Bradshaw, and a 14-6 lead after 1 quarter on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. This is a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN 99.1 FM, and on the Spur in Kemmerer.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Welcome back to Lyman High School, 14-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board, as we have a contest here between Lyman and Kemmerer. First quarter of action saw Kemmerer getting into the lion's share of the foul trouble. The foul count 5-2 after one period. This is the Reese Auto Service second. Madeline Gregory has the basketball for Kemmerer. Passing over left side, Chamberlain to Plowman. Plowman dribbling on the left corner, looking to the middle of the court, trying to go across on a skip, but a line drive taken away by Caroline Bradshaw. Up ahead to Sage. Charlesy as the ball just corralled back in after it was tipped away on the pass from Sage. Into the blocks, a left-handed baby hook by Hanson is good. 16-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Madeline Gregory with the basketball. Over right side to Plowman. Into the game for Kemmerer is Sydney Neria. For the first time today, Gregory backs up at the left corner. Bradshaw comes out to guard her. Neria has it, double teamed. 7:16 left in the Reese Auto Service second period. Any engine, large or small, Reese is there to work on it. Kenley Plowman drops it in. Bryce Hanson blocks her from behind. Sage Bradshaw on the run after the block steal combo. Loses control of it. It's out of bounds. Sydney Neria the last to touch it. Inbound for Hanson. Inbound goes right side. Hanson gets it back after throwing it in herself. Tries a three ball, misses it. Ball down to the ground on the rebound. Hanson gets it back. It's to Bradshaw. Bradshaw tries a triple, overshoots it, and Madison Harris and Caroline Bradshaw come away with it. Bradshaw on the inbound, on the put back up in the paint is good. Well, I was standing on my head for that, so run me through what happened, Kate.
Well, I don't really know. There was a lot that happened.
There was a lot going on.
A lot of missed shots, a lot of saves from going out of bounds, and just got to the right player, and Caroline ended up going up and scoring.
Trying to configure our audio so we have even audio levels, and we're almost there.
Are we almost there?
We're almost there, yeah.
Well, pleasant day.
Yep. Steal away again for Lyman. Bradshaw's hacked. And Caroline to the line. That was on Kinley Plowman. No, never mind. Something negated that. What happened there?
I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't see the call, and I would have swore, did she travel?
Oh, my goodness. You're quiet again.
Am I quiet again?
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I was putting you down when you needed to stay up. These levels today have just been something else. Some days they're worse than others. This has been one of those days. Full court trap for Lyman, and it is nowhere. No, really nowhere for Kemmerer to go. Timeout taken. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Fagnant. 18-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. We'll be back in this Reese Auto Service second period.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Well, appreciate getting confirmation back in the studio that our audio is getting better. I knew when we went on it just wasn't even, and sometimes you can't do too much about that. I was having problems with that earlier today when I was talking to Coach Brent Walk. He'll be on my show tomorrow talking about the selection process for the South team. He's the head coach of the Shrine Bowl for 2020. I don't know if that's going to be like the 48th, 49th Shrine Bowl, something in that area.
Somewhere around there.
But he was a coach 5 years ago in the 2015 Shrine Bowl as well. 3-ball tried and missed on the Kemmerer side. Rebound and turn around at the baseline. A step on the baseline, I think, in fact, is Kinsey Painter.
Yeah.
Looked like she stepped out there.
She didn't look happy about it. She threw the ball back at the ref. And when you're like Kemmerer and you're down right now, it's hard not to get in your head and get upset and get frustrated at not only the way that you may be playing, but the way that the team is or the team that you're playing against. It's frustrating.
Caroline Bradshaw at the free throw line out right side, and Chelsea Rose misses a three. Harris on the rebound. Plowman plows that one right out of the lane into the hands of Caroline Bradshaw. She has it off to Hanson. Long three. Good. 21-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board, and a 10-point game already for Bryce Hanson.
With that shot, you can definitely see why she is the three-point champion of 2019.
Yeah, absolutely. That old Flaming Gorge Invitational. Beat both all the girls and the boys. And Caroline Bradshaw double dribbled with it. And she'll give the frustrated look and say, oh, fiddlesticks.
She's definitely one of those players that lets her emotions show, but in a fun way.
Yeah, she's animated. Samantha Butler into the game, inbounds to Painter. And Ryan Thomas. We haven't seen her in several games. Not that we do every game, but number 2, Ryan Thomas, into the game. It's been, I think, maybe since the Bridge Valley invite the last time I did see her at a varsity game.
I think she played at Flaming Gorge.
No, she probably did. She probably did play at Flaming Gorge.
Don't quote me on that. But
well, they played 2 games in one day, so they definitely were running a wide rotation. And that was also Sage Bradshaw's first week back. Skip pass on the Kemmerer side goes out of bounds, thrown too high and out towards that Lyman crowd. 21-6 in the Reese Auto Service second. Mandy Air playing point guard. Hanson on the bench. Hope Sinnott, Nicole Peden, Hadley Gross, and Ryan Thomas rounding out the 5. To the blocks. Gross is blocked and turns around, walks with it. Back to Kemmerer. 21-6, and you can certainly see the strides that this Lyman team has taken against a common opponent from back to the first, second day of the season to now.
Oh, yeah. Well, even in the beginning of the game, so many rebounds that they were missing, that they were giving Kemmerer second shots, that now they've been able to kind of limit that and start to box out more. And
substitutions and a timeout taken. We'll take one as well. It's 21-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board here in Lyman High School on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
21-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Going back to that first time that these two teams played, we were getting used to, both of these teams, how they were going to play. Kemmerer coming out, and then the next day, I think it was, we saw the boys. I can't remember if it was the next day or just later that day.
I can't remember either.
I think it was a Friday night game of Lyman versus Kemmerer where they had played Big Piney on that Thursday night and then played Kemmerer. I'm excited for that game, if for no other reason, because those two teams are certainly rivals.
Oh, without a doubt.
It was a physical game. I'm also excited to see what does Alex Bradshaw do on the heels of a 24-point and 31-point game. Back underway here, Kemmerer versus Lyman in the Reese Auto Service second period, and a tie-up in the lane between Kemmerer and Austin Benson and Nicole Peden of Lyman. Jump ball called, and the possession arrows with Lyman, so they'll take it.
I'm excited to see who fouls out in the boys' game.
That certainly could be a thing that happens, and a few guys could foul out. Lyman's been no stranger to the fouls this year, certainly not at the least when they're playing Kemmerer.
They're both very physical teams. They're rivals against each other. It's going to be a physical game, and fouls are going to get called.
They definitely will, and I think we had a couple of technical fouls last time, didn't we? 21-6, and Kemmerer basketball after back-to-back throwaways by each side respectively. Gregory tosses it away again, this time to Mandy Air for Lyman. Air taking it across near sideline, spins around at the wing, and sets up into a half-court play for Lyman. Sinnott has it on the right wing, back to Peden. She'll look left side to Ryan Thomas, tries a wing three. Oh, off to the left. Hadley Gross fouled from behind by Benson and to the line. And for Austin Benson, is that her first foul? I think that's her first foul.
That shows it's her second.
It's her second foul, okay. Take that away and add one. Couple of Kemmerer Rangers in foul trouble, with Benson with 2 and Madeline Gregory with 2, and I have Kinsey Painter with 2 as well. Kenley Plowman checks in with, I have her 1 foul, but she may have none. I may have added one that I thought went to her. That may have been Benson's.
Maybe.
A 2 trip by Hadley Gross. And I think, was that waved off for lane violation?
No, Mandy Air.
Mandy Air, and over the back push. It's okay for Lyman. That's team foul number 4 for them. 6 for Kemmerer. Score still 21-6 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Over to the left side, Gross runs into Gregory. Chamberlain up top to Painter. Looking around, goes left, back to Chamberlain, and then to Painter. She'll try a 3, drops it in.
She didn't even look like she was prepared for that to go in, and then when it did, she's like, all right, cool.
It was 21-6, or was it 16-6 at the end of one quarter?
I believe so, but
let's see, 5 points, take it away. Yeah, 16-6. And now we're sitting at 21-9. So Lyman scored 5, Kemmerer 3, and a turnover. Gross tossing it out of the right blocks, looking to the left wing to Ryan Thomas, goes over her head. And we have 5 new players in for Lyman. Kendall Dickerson makes her first appearance today. Other than that, it's the usual cast and characters. Bryce Hanson, Sage Bradshaw, Charles C. Rose, and Madison Harris in for Lyman. Painter to Chamberlain. 2 guards. Plowman flashes into the paint. Chamberlain still keeps it. Taken away by Bradshaw. Has Hanson running up the middle of the court. Gets the pass. Out to the left, blocks off the glass, and good. 2 more for Bryce. 12-point game so far for Bryce Hanson. That's near her season average. I would imagine she's probably on pace to a well above season average, depending how long she plays today, as she usually does pretty well against Kemmerer.
I would say so. She's playing well tonight.
Benson looks to pass into the paint, and it's taken away by Bradshaw. She tries to keep the ball inbounds and does, but goes right to the hands of Gregory, who puts in a layup unguarded.
Will happen.
5 points for Kemmerer in the quarter, makes it 23-11. Charles C. Rose on the baseline, looks back to Sage Bradshaw, gets a screen from Rose, turns around, back to Hanson on the right wing for 3. Yes! 15 points for Bryce. Painter across the timeline for Kemmerer. 26-11 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Lyman on top of the Kemmerer Rangers. Plowman at the free throw line, out to Gregory. Fakes at the 3, guarded by Hanson, turns around, gives back to Plowman. Skips from wing to wing over to the right side. Chamberlain tries a corner 3. It was a line drive push, misses short. Plowman back to Chamberlain, back on the corner. 1:25 left in the Reese Auto Service second quarter. We'll have halftime coverage in about 90 seconds of clock time from now. Plowman on the left wing, guarded by Rose. She crosses over but picks up her dribble in the meantime, so she has to give right wing to Painter. Gregory tries a 3, off the handle, no good. Harris on the rebound for Lyman. Running about half speed up the near sideline, opens up Hanson for another triple on the left wing. That's off. Rose on the rebound, back to Harris at the top of the key. She drives in, free throw line, push up, off the glass hard. And Madeline Gregory for Kemmerer with it. Loses control of the basketball out to the left side. 45 seconds left. To the elbow, Plowman turns around against Rose. High dribble into the hands of Hanson. Ball down to the ground, tied up between Harris and Plowman. Stays with Kemmerer on the jump ball. Caroline Bradshaw was moving in and then tripped up trying to go back as they had not quite buzzed her in yet. And then she finally checks into the game for Bryce Hanson. Looking for who to guard. She finds Gregory. 26-11 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Bounce pass to Gregory, and it's no good. It was right off the glass. Gregory gets her own rebound. It was maybe a steal, maybe just a loose ball turnover from Rose. Either way, it's 26-13. 6 points for Gregory. Bradshaw to Bradshaw results in a steal. Chamberlain on the run. Sage comes away from behind, gets pushed by Charity, and should head to the line for 1-and-1 free throws. That's team foul number 7 on Kemmerer.
That looked a little violent by Charity, but she just went to go poke out the ball, and Sage ended up tripping over her own feet.
I think she pushed her, but I don't think it was necessarily as intentional as it looked.
Or as aggressive as what?
Yeah.
The fall looked like.
Well, yeah, and Sage was trying to tiptoe the baseline to stay in bounds, so her balance was in no condition. 2 free throws for Sage. If she makes the first, she does not. Rose gets the rebound and is rejected, headed out of bounds. Plowman on the send away, stays with Lyman. Sage Bradshaw has 4 points in the game. Inbound to Charles C. Rose, looks immediately down to Dickerson. She goes to work in the blocks, throws it up high, doesn't hit rim. May have been partially rearranged by Benson. Kemmerer basketball with 10 seconds left. Painter into the blocks on the right side, draws a foul. I think it's against Sage Bradshaw. Either way, it's 2 fouls as it was in the process of shooting, and it's on 1 for that Sage Bradshaw. Timeout taken first for Lyman. 32nd, 8.3 seconds left in the second period, brought to you by Reese Auto Service on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
An infected tooth can cause discomfort and serious harm to your health. At Wyoming Dental Specialties, endodontist Dr. Leslie Walker understands the complexities removing infected tissues from inside the tooth, which is one reason why you can trust him to provide endodontic treatment and root canal therapy. With a skilled staff and state-of-the-art technology in our office, we help save your smile and improve your overall dental health. Call today to schedule your appointment, 307-789-5608.
First free throw misses for Painter. Second one is up and good. 26-14 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. 7 seconds left. Caroline Bradshaw with a full head of steam. High dribble, stepped out of bounds. Maybe a foul. No foul called, just out of bounds. Turn it over to Kemmerer.
I thought she went out of bounds, but I'm like, well, maybe I saw that wrong, or they're just going to let her go.
Be close to a carry, too, with that high dribble. 2 seconds left. Sage Bradshaw, the half-court shot as she steals it away. Just a little bit shy, but it was straight on the line. 26-14 at the end of 2 quarters. Lyman gets 10 points in the quarter. Kemmerer with 8, so trying to close the gap. They still extend it by 2, but trail by 12 at the half. This is the First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM. Kemmerer basketball on the Spur in Southwest Wyoming, and MyLocalRadio.com with the video stream all over the world.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Trona Valley Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial institution. When you become a member, you are an owner of the credit union. We believe in people over profit, and that impacts the way we do business from our overall structure down to the smallest detail. Our philosophy sets us apart, and we're here for you. Earn more with our high-yield checking account, start a savings goal, check out our competitive loans, and much more. Become a member today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. Member NCUA.
Sometimes getting the whole family scheduled for a dental appointment is hard. Different days, different times, and then how do you pay for it all? These problems have been solved by Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View because we serve patients of all ages. It's easy to schedule the whole family on the same day, so you just make one trip. We accept most insurances, and if you don't have insurance, we offer an in-house discount so the whole family can have a healthy smile. Don't wait. Call today. Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View, 307-782-3630.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
26-14 at the end of 2 quarters on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Lyman over Kemmerer, led by 15 points by Bryce Hansen. She has 1 more point than the entire Kemmerer team combined. 4 points from Sage Bradshaw, 3 by Charles C. Rose, and 2 by Hadley Gross. For the Kemmerer side, 6 from Madeline Gregory, 4 by Kinsey Painter, Samantha Butler, and Austin Benson with 2 points each. What's standing out to you in the first half?
Well, a few things. I'm going to start with Kemmerer first off. There's been quite a few times that the Lyman defense has kind of just opened up lanes that a player can just turn around on a Lyman player and just go right up to the basket. But they always pick up the ball first and then try to look for that pass. And I think Kemmerer really needs to look to drive because I think that can be open if they want to look for it and if they want to take that route.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
When it comes to Lyman, I don't know. They're playing good. They've really started to box out. That was a problem that I noticed at the very beginning of the game. They started to box out their players and really go after those rebounds instead of just kind of holding back. I think there is a few times that they're a little weak when they try to bring down that pass or even try to shoot from the basket. That needs to be improved, that you need to be mentally and physically strong when you're going to go up either for a rebound or to shoot.
If the family name is to mean anything, and in the case of the Bradshaw name, it certainly does when you're talking about basketball or really sports in general, Sage Bradshaw is going to be a complete basketball player in every sense in the word.
Oh, yes.
As a freshman, though, as you mentioned, driving for Kemmerer, the biggest thing, whoever's being guarded by her or whoever's in the area of where they're driving, they have to worry about. She is picking the pocket of every single Kemmerer Ranger in that entire first half.
Oh, yes. Her and Caroline. I mean, Sage has more minutes, but yeah, both of them have been out there picking the pass, playing good defense, and not necessarily stabbing at the ball to get the foul, but just playing smart defense that when the ball is right there, they're going to grab it and they're going to run and take it to the basket.
We have 5 minutes before the start of the third quarter, and the boys' game coming up after this. Lyman came away with a victory over Kemmerer the last time these two played. I want to say there was at least 1 technical foul in that game, if not 2. There was about 50 fouls, I want to say, between it, though. That was a game that was physical, and that you could tell that was the first game we'd covered of those two teams. But we walked away knowing these two teams don't like each other, and then asked after the fact. They play against each other going back to middle school, and it's been a rivalry for a lot of these kids growing up.
It has been. It reminds me when you come to 4A when it's Evanston versus Rock Springs that these kids have played each other since middle school in a lot of tournaments that they've gone to. And while they may not necessarily be in the same division or in the same classification or whatever now, but that rivalry is still there. And I can't say that hatred, but I'm going to say that hatred towards each other, that whether it's the same players or not, that runs through the blood of each school, that you just don't like each other.
It's been a storyline the last couple of weeks, even going back to when Evanston and Lyman played. There was a guy by the name of Alex Bradshaw, to stick with the Bradshaw name, a cousin of these girls, not brother. Just I'm sure everyone in the Valley knows that, but anyone else out listening is a cousin of Caroline and Sage Bradshaw, who is on the rise himself. And even in going back a couple of weeks, you could see his game was starting to open up. He was getting some shots. His points per game, maybe his confidence was rising, but it absolutely exploded last week. 24 points in a loss to Big Piney, and then 31 in the win over Pinedale, in a game that Pinedale actually held the control of until Alex lit it up from 3 to the tune of 6 triples in the game.
Well, you got to credit also Andrew Housekeeper that he was the leading scorer of this team. He's the senior, he's the captain, that he's willing to relinquish some of that control and let Alex, who is hot, take control of that and kind of loosen the weight off of him, that now you have 2 scorers that can come in and can put points on the board and that can contribute. For the rest of the players, whether that be Brewer or whether that be Dickerson or whoever may play, that you got to realize who is hot, who can shoot, and not get frustrated or irritated that they may be taking that spotlight, but relinquish the ball and play as a team, support each other when it comes down to it.
And I think Housekeeper, as a senior, he's a freewheeling guy, a guy who's also very animated out on the court, but seemed to love having having Bradshaw out there as an option, and was more than willing to facilitate with both him and Preston Brewer. They started to run some plays high-low for them. Andrew says, I'll get a double team and I'll find the open man. So it's been fun to watch that senior. He still is the leading scorer in the stats. It just has been the hot hand of Bradshaw the last couple of games. It'll be interesting to see if that continues on tonight. We'll take a break now, come back with third quarter action of Lyman and Kemmerer on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN 99.1 FM and the Spur in Kemmerer.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We hope you're enjoying this mylocalradio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Dr. McKay Frankham, quality dental care at affordable prices. Westar Printing in Evanston. No matter what you want printed, Westar is where you want it done. Reese Auto Service. From lawnmowers and snowblowers to cars, trucks, and semis, Reese Auto Service in Lyman does it all. Trona Valley Credit Union, member NCUA. Wyoming Dental Specialties. Make an appointment with specialist Dr. Vuig or Stosich by calling the Evanston office at Bear River Dental. Plains Tire in Evanston, Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors. With mylocalradio.com, you get to stay up to date with Lyman and Mountain View sports by watching all of the games live in the convenience of your own home. Now you get to keep up with your coaches, athletes, and teachers throughout the week with the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner. Weekdays during the school year, the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner will run on KNYN 99.1 FM at 3 p.m. and keep you up to date with the most interesting storylines from Lyman and Mountain View in football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, running, golf, and more. We'll also check in with different students and teachers from the two schools throughout the year. 3 p.m. Monday through Friday on KNYN 99.1 FM is the Bridger Valley Coaches Show presented by mylocalradio.com. Stay connected.
Third quarter begins with a missed three-pointer by Charles C. Rose and a rebound by Mandy Ayer that goes out of bounds, results in a push off by Mandy. Her second foul. Foul trouble was not really trouble too much for Lyman in the first half. A minor amount for Kemmerer, but no one got a third foul. Just a couple of girls with 2 fouls apiece. Plowman, Painter in the lane as Painter with the layup goes short against Bradshaw. Throw ahead from Bryce Hansen to Charles C. Rose, and she hits the deck hard. Looks like she slapped an elbow, but she's all right after getting fouled out there. And I think that was against Benson.
Is that against Benson?
It's against Austin Benson and her third. Is it just me, or has Sage Bradshaw grown during the basketball season?
I think she has.
She looks a little taller.
She does look a little bit taller.
She's got the knee pads reminiscent of older sister McKinley.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if it's just the confidence, but she looks like she's aged maybe a year in the 2 months of the season.
She really has, comparing from volleyball to now, like she looks older, she looks more mature, she looks more confident.
And one free throw counts, the other one waved off for lane entry. So 1-2 trip for Rose. She made both of them. 27-14 though, as one does not count. Up the middle and a press break for Kemmerer on the run. Plowman against Gross. Nice conversion by Plowman with the run. And that press break broke quite nicely. Hadley Gross to the right side. Sage Bradshaw passes to the corner. It's Rose. Baseline drive against Painter and Plowman. She's fouled and back to the line. Going back to that last play against Kemmerer, what did you see on that press break going over the top?
I really liked it. Sometimes Kemmerer struggles with dribbling the ball, and I think being able to pass it up, finding that open player, and then Plowman was just right there to bring it up and in. And credit to her, a lot of players would miss that easy layup, but she was able to take all of her energy and compile it all at once to just lay the ball right up and in.
It has been a tough day at the free throw line for one Charles C. Rose. She's made 1 out of 6, and now 2 out of 7. She would be 3 of 8, but one of them was waved off. But she's shooting a little above 58% on the season. Just a rough day at the line for her. Foul comes in against Sage Bradshaw, offending Madeline Gregory.
That's her second.
And it is a second on Sage. That's not too bad considering how many balls she's been poking away. She's an aggressive defensive player. Butler has it on the left corner. Benson outside the three-point line, and there's another steal by Sage Bradshaw. Racing up the court confidently, backing up at the right corner, finds Bryce Hansen for a 3. Yes! 18 points from Bryce Hansen. And we were talking about Sage Bradshaw. Looks like she's growing up. The confidence in that drive, I think part of it, the look in her eye makes her look older 2 months into the season.
I love the way a lot of times players, I see it all the time, that they weave around each other and someone has the ball and the other defender never tries to go for that ball, and it's always open. But credit to Sage, she saw that she was able to take that ball away from Kemmerer, and she was able to bring it down the court and then pass it off to Bryce, who made a long 3.
On the Kemmerer side, Madeline Gregory split right through, drove into the paint, but just missed the layup, and then the ball goes off her foot out of bounds. On the Lyman side, Hansen has it on the right, blocks, double team, comes back out. Back to Charles C. Rose on the left wing, over to the, from the right wing to the left wing to Sage Bradshaw. Mandy Aird gets the basketball, drives in baseline, shoots over Benson. 1, 2, 3 off the glass. No, it misses, and it's into the hands of Benson. 31-16 as we see 5 Lyman Eagles come to the check-in table for the next dead ball as Lyman leads by 15. Butler on the left side, up top to Gregory. She'll go around a screen to Benson, tries to drive in as well again, as she did last time, draws contact this time and headed to the line.
Who's that against?
It's on 1-2, Bryce Hansen, and I have that as her first.
Yeah.
We have Tuesday basketball this week. Thursday will be in Cokeville for a single game of Mountain View versus Cokeville. That was a double overtime thriller last time those two teams, again, just like these two teams played at the Bridger Valley Invitational.
That's also for the girls, not the boys.
Oh, did I say the boys?
No, you just said Mountain View.
Oh, Mountain View, yes, Mountain View, and just for the girls. And on Saturday, back here in Lyman High School for a 3 o'clock, 4:30, Wyoming Indian versus Lyman doubleheader. Gregory makes her free throws.
Caroline Bradshaw up the court with the ball.
And it was a 1 of 2 trip. That's what I was double checking there for Gregory. Caroline misses a 3 and into the hands of Gregory. She'll turn, look up ahead. It's just Butler and Peden. So she keeps the ball in her own hands, skips to the right side. Chamberlain catches and shoots. Free throw line extended, 3, no good. Kendall Dickerson with the basketball. 2 dribbles back up ahead to Peden. Crossover to the right. Peden trying to draw a little bit of contact in the lane. No, nothing doing. And the rebound back to Kemmerer. Painter with the basketball, shaded by Bradshaw, up ahead to Gregory, guarded by Harris. 5:11 left in the third period. Butler has the basketball, beats Dickerson off the dribble, into the lane, drives it up from 10 feet, rises and converts. 30.
That was a pretty shot by Butler. She just drove right in, stopped where there was players, and put it up and in.
It's a line drive shot from Butler, but it works nonetheless. 31-19. The lead is at 12. Yeah, 12 points. Was 15 just a bit ago. Nicole Peden on the right wing to the top. It's Hope Sinnott with the basketball. Kendall Dickerson swings around to Madison Harris, who looks into the blocks. Turns around from the high post pass from Peden out to Sinnott, then to Harris on the right corner. Caroline Bradshaw drives against her defender. Peden gets the pass from Bradshaw on the left block, goes to work, misses. Sinnott and Gregory battling for the rebound, won by Kemmerer's Gregory. She picks up her dribble, looks for a passing mate, goes across the timeline to Butler. Then back to Benson, who goes to Butler, double teamed in the right block. Low post, ball poked out, but Kendall Dickerson called for a foul. And it's on 10, rather. They say it's on Peden?
Yeah.
She was not in the area that I saw.
I thought she was in the area and she reached in.
Okay, I just missed her then. Second foul on Nicole Peden. Austin Benson out of the game for Kemmerer. Charity Chamberlain checks in. Kenley Plowman screens, trying to open someone up. 5-second clock still ticking, and 5 seconds have elapsed. Just a on-forced error for Kemmerer to give the ball back to Lyman. 31-19. Caroline Bradshaw playing point guard for Lyman. On the left wing to Sinnott. It's kind of the second unit for Lyman, save for Peden, who would normally start. A push-off foul on Samantha Butler on the pass into the left block, intended for Peden. Butler's first. Bounce pass from Peden to Harris. She's fouled, and quick 2 fouls picked up by Samantha Butler. Puts Harris to the line for 2 free throws.
I thought she had one earlier in the first half, but that must have been on someone else that I was thinking.
It was not on Butler on that second one. It's on Charity Chamberlain. And she may have. I don't remember her having that, but I thought I was caught up on the foul count, but you never know.
I believe you. I think you are.
Harris misses her first, and it has just been that sort of day at the free throw line for Lyman. She makes her second. 32-19 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Chamberlain pressured by Bradshaw. Up and across, it's Plowman on the right wing. Caroline running from side to side to side. Opened up, Kenley Plowman tries a 3. It's rolling around, falls down after it hits the rim for the 5th time. 32-22 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Kenley Plowman with 5 points. Both of her buckets coming in the second half. Ball knocked out of bounds off the foot of Bradshaw. And 5 new players in for Lyman. Well, 4, and then 5. Ryan Thomas to inbound. It's Ryan Thomas, Sage Bradshaw, Bryce Hansen, Hadley Gross, and Charles C. Rose. 3:31 left in the third period. 18 points for Bryce Hansen in actually limited minutes today. She's converted at a high clip. Kate, what's her field goal percentage?
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. I know you don't
right
have that. You don't have the computer in front of you. Bryce Hansen has it on the right wing. 32-22 the score. Out to Ryan Thomas, and a foul off the ball on, 5 seconds called. It was a 5-second call.
All right.
Inbound for Kemmerer. It's Gregory at the middle, racing past everyone. Now down to just Bradshaw and Hansen. She goes to work, trying to shoot over Hansen. Misses short, and Bryce comes away with the rebound. Bryce, over the head, pass, up and into the hands just barely of Ryan Thomas. She loses the ball. Butler guarding her, dribbles into the paint, loses it again, and picked up by Neria. Gregory with the basketball. It's a 10-point game, 32-22 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Gregory with the triple. Yes, it's down! And a single-digit game. Madeline Gregory has pulled Kemmerer to within 7 points. 32-25 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Turnaround, Hansen finds Gross, point-blank range, and she's to the line off the foul by Butler. Well, now we'll find out if it's 2 or 3, and it is the second foul on Butler. Well, Hadley, you need to make free throws here, something Lyman has not done with any efficiency today. They shot 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in the first quarter alone. Gross gets her first. And out of those 9 they shot in the first quarter, 2 made.
Oh.
In the second quarter, they went 0 of 3, making them then 2 of 12. In the third quarter, it's been better. They're shooting over 50% at this point. 4 of 6, now make it 4 of 7. 33-25 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Kemmerer basketball. Neria thinks about a three, winds up and drops it in. Nothing but net. Madeline Gregory excited for her teammate Neria after that drain.
I think you accredited the last 3 ball to Plowman, and I think she made that. I think Neria now has 6.
You think Neria does?
I think Neria does.
She wasn't in the game yet, I don't think.
She was in the game.
Okay. All right. Might be. Throw away, and Madeline Gregory takes the pass of Sage Bradshaw on the run. Jump in the lane. It's up and no good. 33-28. How confident are you with that?
I'm like 85% confident.
Was it because of the shot, the way the shot looked?
Well, Plowman was over here from what I saw, and Neria was in the area.
Yeah, but she came back around on an underscreen and got the basketball.
Did she?
I think so.
Also going off the way that the players high-fived her as they were running back, I would have said that.
Try a three by Chamberlain, and it's good. 33-31 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. A 2-point game. Lyman's offense has disappeared from up 15, 31-16.
And another steal.
And another steal. It's down to a 2-possession game, or a 2-point game. Butler to tie it, no good. Neria can't come away with the rebound. Bryce Hansen up ahead to Charles C. Rose. Has Air in front of her, and she overtosses it out of bounds. The pass intended for Air was too much of a line drive and just a little out in front. So we're sitting at a 16-2 run, 15-2 run for Kemmerer.
I didn't see this coming. I thought this was going to be kind of a blowout and credit Kemmerer, but.
Yeah, that's why the coaches were playing their second unit in waves, really. And now Peden and Caroline Bradshaw setting up to check in at the next dead ball. The starters are finally back out on the court. You hardly saw Mandy Air at all up until just about a minute or so ago. Final minute of the third period, a 2-point game, 33-31. Butler trying to tie it. Gross doesn't see it. Neria gets the ball from the pass of Butler, and it's a tie game. 5 points for Neria, 33-33 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Charles C. Rose is fouled by Plowman.
Is that her first, or what is that?
I've got Kenley with 2 now.
With 2?
And that is the second on Plowman. Shot up from Charles C. is good. Benson into the game for Butler. 34-33, Lyman on top. Shot up and good. 2-point lead. Charles C. Rose gives Lyman with 38 seconds left. 35-32 on the 33 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Painter has the basketball and in a fast break advantage. Gregory to tie it up again. Misses the layup and the ball's down to the ground. And it's
off Sage.
Is off Sage, so it stays with Kemmerer. Well, we get Madison Harris in for Bryce Hansen and Hope Sinnott in for Charles C. Rose. Inbound upcoming for Painter. And Lyman down for Kemmerer, down by 2 points. Look out to the corner. And it's good. 35-35. I missed who shot that one, Kate.
That was Gregory.
That was Gregory on it to tie it up. Layup missed on the other end by Caroline Bradshaw. A tie game. Plowman is blocked by Sage, so it's a jump ball.
Whose possession is it?
And it's possession arrow, Kemmerer. I've gone back, I've checked it. Sydney Neria did get that last 3-pointer, so we take it away from Plowman. And that's an 8-point quarter for Sydney Neria. Thanks for bringing that up, Kate.
Thank you.
That brings, I had to go back, check the replay, which we do have an old version of, I guess you could say. Neria up high, no good. Nicole Peden has the rebound, but no shot before the end of that quarter. 35-35 35 after 3 quarters, led by a 15-2 run by the Kemmerer Rangers. They tie it back up with 1 period of play to go. This is a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN 99.1 FM in Evanston, and the Spur in Kemmerer.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
An infected tooth can cause discomfort and serious harm to your health. At Wyoming Dental Specialties, endodontist Dr. Leslie Walker understands the complexities removing infected tissues from inside the tooth, which is one reason why you can trust him to provide endodontic treatment and root canal therapy. With a skilled staff and state-of-the-art technology in our office, we help save your smile and improve your overall dental health. Call today to schedule your appointment, 307-789-5608.
35-35 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Lyman basketball, they led 31-16 at one point. That was by 15 points, and it's 35-35 at the end, so that's a 19-4 run by Kemmerer to close out the quarter. And the first shot of the quarter is a miss by Lyman. Butler has the basketball for Kemmerer. Madeline Gregory had a good quarter. She finished with 6 points, but off the bench, Sydney Nerio with 8 and nearly 10. That would have given him the lead. Long 3 ball missed by Painter. Plowman had the board, goes tumbling down to the ground. The ball hits the ground, and Sage Bradshaw comes away with it. Going against Gregory, she's fouled into the line. 19-4 run. You said you didn't see it coming. None of us saw it coming, including the Lyman coaches who were getting players time.
Yeah.
That, that shows, okay, we're going to try to coast here a little bit. I don't know if Kemmerer took offense to that or just found their groove.
I think they just found their groove.
But it's a game. Sage Bradshaw makes her first free throw. 36-35 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. The second shot's in as well, and Bradshaw has a 2-point lead for Lyman. She has 6 in the game. First point since the opening quarter for Sage. She's been in on the defensive side heavily, however, though. 37-35, both Caroline and Sage fronting up that backcourt for Lyman. Poking the ball out and knocked out of bounds. Nicole Peden hits Plowman down to the ground. Foul on Nicole. I have that as her third, and that's what the board has as well. And as expected, pretty quickly, Madison, Harrison, Hope Sinnott are out, and Bryce Hansen and Charles C. Rose are in.
I figured they would have taken Peden out with those 3 fouls.
Yeah, I think they're going to let her play. They want their 5 in. They've got the 2 Bradshaw girls and then 3 players who play the lion's share of the minutes. Butler misses on a rebound. Bryce Hansen comes away with it. There's been small minutes, though, by Mandy Ayer, though. And looking at her, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe she's battling some sort of bug with her minutes today. That's been a common theme. There's a foul. And Rose back to the free throw line. It's on Butler.
Is that her third?
Yeah, that's her 3rd foul. It's been a common theme for everyone in this whole area. Are you sick this week? Are you not? And it could just be reading into it. Mandy Ayer was kind of really downing some water during that time out, though, or during her time on the bench. Rose misses her first free throw, and just it's so rare to see a player of her importance play fewer minutes. Both free throws missed by Charlesy. 37-35, the score stays on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Gregory to take the lead. A 3 ball is just out. It was down halfway through the hatchet, and then it popped back out. Bryce Hansen up ahead to Caroline Bradshaw. Throws it over to Peden. She splits through a defender in the lane and drops it in. A little in-the-air floatery by Nicole Peden with her first bucket today.
That was only her first?
That's her first.
Okay.
39-35, and Coach Fagnan takes a timeout. 4-point lead for Lyman on a 4-0 run in the 4th quarter. 6:17 left in the game. This is a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM, the Spur in Kemmerer, and mylocalradio.com.
Meet the service and parts department staff at Auto Farm Chevrolet. We work on almost every type of vehicle, foreign and domestic. We also sell parts and accessories for almost all makes and models. Our staff is friendly and well-trained, and we are here to serve you. Open Monday through Friday beginning at 7:30 a.m. We invite you to Auto Farm Chevrolet for all your parts and for all your service needs. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a community-driven dealer.
39-35 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. A full timeout taken, but Coach Hansen treated it like a 30-second as Lyman's already out on the court as Coach Fagnant just giving out some instructions to his Kemmerer players sitting on the bench. There's the buzzer to signal the end, and they'll get a first warning here momentarily. 6:17 left on the clock, a 4-0 run for Lyman as they're getting the offense going a little bit here in this final period.
And if you're Kemmerer, you hope that you don't have all that work of tying the game back up after being down that much to just get down again in the fourth quarter. That hopefully you can bring it closer and continue to play in this game and maybe look for a chance to win.
Sage Bradshaw picks off the pass out of the break, looks to sister Caroline. It's up and it's good. That backcourt of the Bradshaw twins is a dangerous combination.
Oh, yeah.
Sage and Caroline playing the passing lanes all game long, poking at the ball, as Caroline does there against Painter. Chamberlain has it over right side to Butler. It also frees Bryce up a little bit to play post defense, which they need right now with Mandier not playing heavy minutes today. Out to the left side, Painter up top to Chamberlain, swings around right side to Butler. 41-35 to score. Hansen gets a poke at the ball and called for a foul. Her second. $41-35 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Samantha Butler has the inbound. Finds Painter on the right corner. Then to Gregory. Free throw line extended. Up top to Chamberlain. Looking to the post. And Hansen ties it up. What's the call? Jump ball stays with Kemmerer. Baseline inbound to the left of the hoop for Samantha Butler. Kemmerer in extended possession here, but not getting any shots. Now here's one. Chamberlain takes the inbound off the left side on the blocks and drops it in. 5 points for Charity Chamberlain. 4-point game, 41-37. Hansen has 18 in the game off limited shots. Finds Bradshaw for a three, air ball. Charlesy Rose tiptoes the baseline. No, couldn't quite step down on it, out of bounds.
If she did, I was going to be impressed. She was almost all the way back past the cheerleaders when she got a hold of that ball and was throwing it back.
Yeah, delayed call there by the referee, but in fact did step out on the baseline. But good effort there. Kemmerer basketball, Plowman on the right wing. Out to the right side. Looking into the post, and Peden called for her fourth foul. Got Madison Harris sitting on the, no, that's Hadley Gross rather. Harris comes up to check in as well. Replaces Peden and Rose. It's been an interesting dynamic how Nicole Peden coming off the bench has almost changed this team, and maybe she's better as a six-man sometimes. I don't know. Hadley Gross has done well on these post minutes, and then Caroline and Sage coming in to play a lot of backcourt minutes and slide everyone else back up a position. It's interesting. It gives a lot of energy to have a player of Peden's caliber to come off the bench.
I would say so, and maybe not every game, but there is some games that maybe that is what you need to do. Is she is the sixth man, and she comes off the bench when needed, and you have more of the Bryce, the name's escaping me right now, the Gross, the Bradshaws, and whoever else that can come in and give a different look to Lyman.
41-39, one free throw made by Plowman. And that trip, Hansen tries a three, misses. Gross and Bradshaw fighting for the rebound. Caroline chases it down. Hands off to Bradshaw, left corner into the blocks. Left side to the outright. Bradshaw drives in. That's Sage with the layup. One-handed push, just misses. Fight for the boards. Hansen tumbles to the ground against Gregory. Jump ball, and Lyman holds on to it. We should have a baseline inbound. Bryce backs up to take that. 2-point game, 4:38 left in the fourth. Hadley Gross down low to Hansen. She was fronted in the post, misses. It was rejected. Sage Bradshaw comes away with it. Back out to Bryce Hansen on the right wing. Backing up out to the right wing. It's Sage Bradshaw from Bryce. 4:23 left in the fourth period. It's turned out to be a great one from a 16-point game, and Sage just misread the body language of Bryce Hansen there, throws it away out of bounds.
There's nothing Sage could do about that one. A lot of times you think a player's going to cut back out and you try to meet him before their defender's there, and it just didn't work.
Kenley Plowman to Madeline Gregory. Throws past Samantha Butler and out of bounds. Butler down, 15 feet to the side of the basket on the baseline to the left. Just missed her. Bryce Hansen playing point guard. Across the timeline, under 4 to play, so we're halfway through the fourth period. 2-point game. Back cut from Bradshaw. It pinballs off of 2 Kemmerer players and out of bounds. It went off of Gregory and Painter. Timeout taken. Bryce Hansen to inbound after the end of this timeout. 41-39, Lyman on top of Kemmerer. On the Benedict's Market and True Value board, this is the girls' game. Boys up next. Fourth quarter, 3:53 left on the First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we know our members by name and we love working with them face-to-face. But did you know that members can also handle almost all banking online? Everything from managing your accounts and paying bills to applying for all types of loans. It's simple and we're happy to help you get started. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
Hadley Gross to inbound for Lyman out of the break. 3:53 left in the fourth quarter and a 2-point game. Lyman over Kemmerer. 41-39 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Caroline Bradshaw cocks back, tries a 3, misses. Harris puts it back up about 15 feet over the basket. Hadley Gross on the putback, though. It's good. Hadley Gross adds 2 more to the game. She's got 5 in the contest. 43-39 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Madeline Gregory on the left wing, face guarded by Bradshaw, finds Butler. Low pass just collected by Painter. Caroline tied on her. Harris coming out as well. Wild bounce pass to Benson. Through a couple of players, Bryce Hansen chases it down. Oh, stepped out of bounds on the baseline. And she says, well, what about the foul on Plowman? 43-39 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. A 4-point game. 2 possessions. We may have some young dancers at the half. If I see one girl streaking across, we may have some junior dancers at the halftime and maybe the boys' games. Or maybe someone just wanted to get dressed up.
I see a lot of outfits, so I'm going to say that's...
Looks like it. Steal away, and it's Lyman basketball. Bradshaw keeps the ball from going out of bounds on the left sideline. Drives into the paint herself, misses. Tries to collect her own board, does, but she's tied up between her and Gregory. Jump ball, Kemmerer.
Gregory's been on in the last 2 jump balls.
Yeah, she has, between first Hansen and this time Sage Bradshaw. Charity Chamberlain moves to check in, but she doesn't get in before Kemmerer inbounds the basketball. 43-39, Lyman over Kemmerer. Gregory tried to throw the pass, but did not realize there was a Bradshaw lurking in the wake. The layup is missed. Hansen gets the putback, though. Caroline Bradshaw playing the passing lane. She was baiting the pass to come in and then jutted out forward. Got the steal and a timeout for us. Coach Fagnet takes a look at things. 45-39, 2:38 left in the fourth period. Lyman leads Kemmerer by 6 points on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at MyLocalRadio.com. Also on the Spur in Kemmerer.
Sometimes getting the whole family scheduled for a dental appointment is hard. Different days, different times, and then how do you pay for it all? These problems have been solved by Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View because we serve patients of all ages. It's easy to schedule the whole family on the same day, so you just make one trip. We accept most insurances, and if you don't have insurance, we offer an in-house discount so the whole family can have a healthy smile. Don't wait. Call today. Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View, 307-782-3630.
Whatever you need, it's likely that Bradshaw's and Lyman can help. Whether it's windows at home or new glass in your car, truck, SUV, or semi, Bradshaw's has it. Tires? Yes. All vehicles, ATVs, semis, and more. Bradshaw's offers a 24-hour towing service for everything large to small. And the Bradshaw Fitness Center is open 24/7. There's more, so always call Bradshaw's first. Whatever you need, it's likely they can help. 307-787-3450. Again, that's 307-787-3450.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer.
45-39 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board, and we just heard from Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness. I guess you can add steels into whatever it is you need. Bradshaw's can probably help. Caroline and Sage Bradshaw taking the opposing offenses to task. As just as we say that, Sage Bradshaw tips the ball away from Chamberlain, just collected back up by Gregory. Caroline guarding against Painter, backs up after she gets a little tip on the ball. Now face guarding her, trying to keep it away from Chamberlain. Goes opposite end to Butler on the left side, then throws it right to the hands of Bradshaw. Up ahead to Sage. She'll chase it down in the left corner, turn around, look for a passing mate, reset, finds Bryce Hansen in the low post. She goes to work, spins around against Butler, and it's down. 2 more for Bryce Hansen. And she's up to 22 points in the game.
Wow.
Say she's gotten over her season average and then some. 47-39, an 8-point advantage. Baseline drive, 1 dribble in, at least from Benson. Then Chamberlain has her pocket picked. It's Bradshaw on the run, and Sage with the layup. It's good. Well, opposing offenses are on notice, if not from before, certainly after today's game. Caroline looks a little winded, though.
She does look a little winded. She's been up in everyone's grill trying to get any pass or just bug them any way that she can.
Nearly comes away with another steal. The zone look of Lyman's yielded a ton of steals in today's game, and we were looking at the turnovers. Kemmerer minus 11 in the turnover battle on the season. A block from Bryce Hansen in the blocks against Painter. Up ahead to Peden. She'll throw it back. Short corner shot up by Sage. Misses. Peden on the board. Hit by Gregory. Foul into the line.
Way to go by Nicole. She passed that ball off to Sage to try to shoot it. And then when it just fell short, she was right there for the rebound to go right back up.
4th foul on the leading scorer for Kemmerer, Madeline Gregory. She has 13 in today's game, averages about 16 on the season. Peden on the first free throw. Uh-oh, missed that one. Blame it on the pinky.
Well, she's now adjusting that right now, so I would say so.
We have 4 players in, and up by 9, 1 minute to go. Lyman feeling secure again. Gives a different look out there. Ryan Thomas and Madison Harris out there. Kendall Dickerson as well as Hadley Gross. Some great performances today for Lyman, and a great performance by Kemmerer in the comeback, including off the bench 8 points by Sydney Neria. Unexpected hero of the third quarter for Kemmerer as they closed out with a 19-4 run. Ryan Thomas called for her first foul.
Painter to the line.
Kinsey Painter on the line. I don't know when the next time we'll see Kemmerer score 19 points in a quarter is, but they in fact got 21 in all in that quarter as they had 14 points at the half and exited the third period with 35.
Impressive third quarter by Kemmerer.
Painter makes her first free throw, sets up for the second, and drops it as well. As opposed to the fourth quarter, they've managed just 5 points. Make it 6 now? 6 points in the quarter. Sinnott over right side as she was the 5th player to come in after the shooting of Nicole Peden. 45 seconds left in the game. Gross walks with it, trying to drive. 49-41 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. 44.9 seconds left. The boys are set to play. I see Lyman. I do not see Kemmerer on the other side poking their heads out quite yet.
I haven't seen Kemmerer all night.
I haven't either, and here they come just now.
Oh, okay.
They had to play in a different gym before the JV games. A rejection by Dickerson. And a shot missed on the Kemmerer side, thrown up by Gregory. They'll send her to the line for 2. No, they had to play in a different gym. As I walked in today, the lights were, it was pitch black in this gym, but I could hear people talking, so I know I hadn't walked into another wrong gymnasium. but they had just the little lamp down, as you see at center court there, for the wrestling duel. And, you know, it's apparently done most places, but we just recently noticed it this year. Shut the lights off and make the wrestling mat the center of attention with that singular lamp. Just like everywhere else it's been, it really added to the atmosphere as Lyman absolutely ran over Big Piney in their duel. We're talking like 62-18 or something like that.
Wow.
Got to see several pins, some wins by some seniors. Hunter Gines, I know, one of the names I know, got a guy pinned. Hagen Lambro won his match today, and several more. Lots of Lyman wins, but it was fun to watch. As I was trying to set up in the dark, of course.
Well, when you add that lamp, while it may be hard for certain broadcasters to try to set up their equipment in the dark, it adds that atmosphere that personally, I'm not a wrestler. I never found it entertaining. But when you add that lamp, I'm a wrestling fan.
It puts a spotlight, quite literally puts a spotlight on the event. Madison Harris misses both of her free throws. 16 seconds left. Lyman up 49-42. Gregory running with it. Layup good. 10 seconds left, and Gregory's pulled it to within 5 points. Harris has the basketball. 5 seconds left, and a travel called with 4.9 left. Probably not anything to worry about here, but it is a two-possession game. I don't know where the timeouts are sitting. Those aren't listed here. You need a 3 or a 2 immediately, and then if you have a timeout, you need to somehow call that. And that's about your only hope. But nonetheless, Gregory will throw her elbow into Hadley Gross, and that ends that run. 2.7, an offensive foul called.
That's her 5th.
And she's done, and she was trying to get open for a shot there. That's the reason. Gross was doing what she needed to do with the defense. Gregory checks out, Benson in. 2.7 seconds left. Lyman escapes with a victory today after a great third quarter push by Kemmerer. They scored 21 points in the quarter. Harris inbounds it to Gross. 2 seconds left, 1 second, and we can't finish the game without a jump ball called. 0.3 on the clock. 49-44, all you got to do is inbound here, and the game is over. I'll tell you what, if I was Kemmerer, I might not even guard this one because you can't get 2 possessions in. Here it is, to Thomas, 49-44, a great contest here on a Tuesday night. He yields a 5-point victory for the Lyman Eagles. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back with stats, and then look ahead to the boys' game after this. 49-44, the girls of Lyman defeat Kemmerer on the Benedict's Market and True Value Board on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America. The fact is, the best deals are right here, in your own backyard. The difference is that our employees are your neighbors, people you can trust. Please visit us first, Auto Farm Chevrolet. We are your community-driven dealer.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
Time now to hand out the Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game, and we're going to give it to a pair of Bradshaws in Sage and Caroline for their defensive lane disruption today, both on the lanes and on-ball steals. Caroline and Sage, well, as the ad says, whatever it is you need, Bradshaws can probably help. Well, a couple of Bradshaws really helped out the victory today for Lyman with their defense today, and those are your Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Plays of the Game. Points-wise, Lyman was led by a great offensive output, albeit at not the heaviest of minutes or shot put-up. It was just a great shooting day by Bryce Hansen. She had 22. 7 points from Charles C. Rose and 7 from Hadley Gross were next up. 6 by Sage Bradshaw, 2 from Nicole Peden, 2 by Caroline Bradshaw, and 1 from Madison Harris. That's your 49 for Kemmerer. 15 points by Madeline Gregory. She got close to her season average. 8 from Sydney Neary off the bench and 8 from Kinsey Painter. 4 by Samantha Butler, 2 from Austin Benson, and 5 from Charity Chamberlain, the other player to score off the bench. Those are your stats, and we will take a break. We're about 10 minutes away from the start of the boys contest on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Hi, this is Chase Sawyer with Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction. In addition to our cleanup and restoration services, we also offer new construction and remodeling. We can help with a newer kitchen, bathroom, a garage, deck, or a new addition to your home. We provide accurate, itemized estimates with no hidden fees or extra charges, and we complete each job to 100% of your satisfaction. Call us today at 307-741-7000. Sawyer Disaster Cleanup and Construction.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Bye-bye. Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
We hope you're enjoying this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports. We love being able to travel around the state to bring the action on the field or court back to you watching at home. Let's face it, doing all of this would not be possible without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate the support the following businesses and individuals show to both Mountain View and Lyman Sports. Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness. Whatever it is you need, Bradshaw's can probably help. The Come On In of Casper. When it comes time to cheer on your Buffs or Eagles at state, the Come On In is your best bet for a great night's stay. Auto Farm Chevrolet in Evanston. General Manager Dennis Lynch invites you to come and experience a community-driven dealership. Evanston Regional Hospital. Quality health care close to home. Bridger Valley Motor. Got a check engine light blinking? Don't guess at what the problem is. Take it to Slim at Bridger Valley Motor in Lyman. And Achieve Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. No excuses, just results. Thank you to all of our Bridger Valley sports sponsors.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uinta counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
With MyLocalRadio.com, you get to stay up to date with Lyman and Mountain View sports by watching all of the games live in the convenience of your own home. Now you get to keep up with your coaches, athletes, and teachers throughout the week with the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner. Weekdays during the school year, the Bridger Valley Coaches Corner will run on KNYN 99.1 FM at 3 p.m. and keep you up to date with the most interesting storylines from Lyman and Mountain View in football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, running, golf, and more. We'll also check in with different students and teachers from the two schools throughout the year. 3 p.m. Monday through Friday on KNYN 99.1 FM is the Bridger Valley Coaches Show presented by MyLocalRadio.com. Stay connected.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Do you like following your Mountain View and Lyman athletics when you can't make it to the game? Well, we love bringing it to you. Hi, I'm Jake Hibbard, voice of the Mountain View Buffaloes and Lyman Eagles, and I've been traveling around the state of Wyoming and covering high school sports for the better part of a decade. Whether it's covering a big culminating event at the Casper Event Center, calling a tightly contested Mountain View Lyman game, the greatest rivalry in this state, or kicking back and enjoying the views at one of this state's many hidden gems like the ballpark in Cowley, Wyoming, there's a few things I always see. There's officials trying their hardest, coaches sweating it out on the sidelines, and there's always a ton of support for these athletes from the entire community. MyLocalRadio.com would like to take a moment to thank all of its sponsors for making today's video coverage possible. Without all of us working together, none of this could happen. If you would like to support our future video broadcasts of Lyman and Mountain View sports, there's a few ways you can let us know. The first is, you can call our home office in Evanston, Wyoming at 307-789-8116 and let them know that you would like to know more about how you can become a sponsor of Bridger Valley Sports. The other is, you can just come up to me before or after a game and ask for more information. We've got a lot of different tiers of sponsorship and we'll find the perfect one for you. We would love for you to join the MyLocalRadio.com and Bridger Valley Sports family and help us continue to bring these games for years to come. That number again to call for the Evanston office is 307-789-8116. Or just come up and see me at one of the games and let me help you help us. And remember, go Eagles and go Buffs.
We are about a minute away from the start of action here, and let me readjust that scoreboard. It's gotten just a teens out of order. And maybe I'll see right what we got right there to, there we go, get that Benedict's Market and True Value scoreboard back up, working in top shape. 45 seconds before the start of this one. Starting lineups are brought to you by Black's Fork Timber, located in Mountain View. And the starting lineups for Lyman have been pretty much the same all season long. And let me try and find my score sheet again here. Just a shout out to Bryce Hansen with the 22 points on some very efficient shooting. And of course, our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the game went to the Bradshaw sisters with their defense. Starting lineups for Lyman: Andrew Housekeeper, Jet Dickerson, Carter Smith, Alex Bradshaw, and Preston Brewer. For Kemmerer, looks like the same. Looks like I got everything in order there. No, there's one change, so I'm glad I got that. Jake Campman, the freshman, starts for Kemmerer, along with Coulter Brunsky and Clayton Moyles. And they're announcing Brunsky right now. And then, hold on, what do we have here? Take a quick look at that. I've got maybe a changed jersey number. Caden Bowen, number 12, getting the start, and then Derek Wilcox, the other starter for Kemmerer. Those are your Black Fork Timber starting five for this contest. And getting the Lyman ones, you can hear Alex Bradshaw being announced. He was the player we've been talking about so much. 31 points in the last time he took the court. Can I see that roster there for a second, Kate? I just want to get Caden Bowen's numbers in there correctly. 6'5" senior is Caden. So we have a freshman, a senior, another senior. No Coulter Brunsky is a senior, and Clayton Moyles a junior. So it looks like 3 seniors, a junior, and a freshman starting 5 for Kemmerer. Certainly a tall bunch. 6'5", 6'6", 6'5", 6 foot, and 6'1", the starters for Kemmerer. Lyman's starting post, 5'11". Preston Brewer at the center, going up against Caden Bowen. The opening tip, no surprise, won by the Kemmerer Rangers. Over to the left side is Jake Kampman. Doesn't have the sport goggles on, just has the little rope around the back of his spectacles. Out to the right side, a 3-ball up and missed on that attempt. It was Brunsky. Lyman's way, Bradshaw with it. Layup is just a bit shy. And Kampman comes away with the board there. Thought it would be 2 quick points on the board for Alex Bradshaw. Moyles over to the right side, to the top of the key. It's Wilcox with it. 30 seconds in as we welcome you into the first quarter, brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. That's anywhere you need, any time of day or night, 24/7. Towing, 780-3280, the number to call. Clayton Moyles tries a floater with the left hand, and it drops in from 8 feet. 2-0 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Carter Smith into Bradshaw. Finds him in the lane, misses the layup. And they're certainly going to Bradshaw early. It just hasn't worked. He's 0 for 2. 1 minute passed. First quarter brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. Brunsky over right side to Kampman. He dribbles on the right wing, picks it up over to Moyles on the right side. Look down low. Bowen is blocked from behind and fouled by Preston Brewer.
You know, the last time that we saw this team, Jake came off the bench. Camphouse, that's his last name, right?
Jake Kampman.
Kampman. And he was kind of just like that dorky little freshman boy that comes off the bench, but he looks like he's a junior now, just matured. He has confidence with the ball. He's turned into a pretty good basketball player in just a few months.
Second free throw missed. 3-0 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Out to the right side, Carter Smith tries a 3, misses off the handle. No good, and the rebound into the hands of Kemmerer. Coulter Brunsky with it. Moyles pushing the pace forward. Kampman, the intended passing mate, just gets it out past the hands of Bradshaw. Moyles back with the basketball to Kampman at the top of the key. Swing around right side. Brunsky to Moyles. He'll think about it. Look down low to Wilcox against Housekeeper. Throws it right over Andrew Housekeeper's head. That's 6 foot versus 6'6" there. 5-0 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Kemmerer 2-0 on their conference season. Lyman sitting at 1-1 in the 3A Southwest. Brewer takes a pass, turns around, flip shot, no good, and gets the rebound off of Brunsky. Tosses it up high over Wilcox. Smith at 5'9", battling amongst the trees. Brunsky wins the battle though. Kemmerer basketball, 5:45 left in the first period. Brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. Wilcox over on the right wing. Bradshaw stabbing at the basketball. Kampman gives it back to Moyles. Swing around to the left side. It's Brunsky's. Jet Dickerson coming out to guard him. Swing around to the right side. Kampman. 5.5 minutes left. Kampman picks up his dribble. Weak bounce pass to Wilcox. Throw down into the lane. Look to Bowen. No good. Jet Dickerson on the rebound. Andrew Housekeeper with the basketball. Up forward. And 3. It's Bradshaw dropping it in. 5-3 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board.
You know, if the 2s don't work, go to the 3.
Let me switch you headsets here quickly.
Okay.
I think we got our headsets mixed matched, as I was a little loud and you were a little quiet, because you're normally a little quieter than I am, so yours is a little louder. I think we're back to normal here.
I would say so.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit better. Well, Bradshaw, the first 2 don't work. As you said, they tried on a couple of finger rolls, but that triple is good and true. Braxton Bradshaw and McCoy Smith check in. Alex Bradshaw and Carter Smith to the bench. McCoy Smith, another player we've been mentioning that has been getting increased minutes as this season continues on. Kampman has the basketball. Over to the right side, Brunsky to the corner. Look to Brunsky, back to Moyles. On the right side to the free throw line. Then he backs up at the left wing outside the three-point line. Hands off on a bounce to Wilcox. They go down to the right blocks. Kampman cannot hold on to it. Housekeeper comes away with the steal. Toss ahead. Finds McCoy Smith running the lane, and it's 5-5. Tie it up just like that. And the creation of Andrew Housekeeper ties the game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you mentioned that. If Housekeeper is willing to be a distributor, there are scorers on this team. Housekeeper comes away with the steal, tries to toss it up himself past Wilcox, just misses it. And you can see there, Andrew's certainly more than willing to be the distributor.
I think he messed up his foot on that when he was in pain running back.
Turning around after that, I agree with you. He was limping a little bit weird, and I think at the very least, he rolled it to the right or to the left. I think the foot rolled in on him a little bit. Hopefully it's not that bad, as you didn't see him limp too much, just come up a little bit lame. You can kind of walk out of those ones depending on the severity. It's just, did you stretch the tendons when you did roll it? Lyman basketball from left to right, and it's tied on the Benedict's Market and True Value board 5-5 against Kemmerer. First quarter brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. Have a check engine light, give Slim a call, or go see him at Bridger Valley Motor. 3-ball tried and missed by Preston Brewer, and it's back to Kemmerer. Jake Campman has the basketball up ahead to Bowen, then to Brunski. He'll stop and pop from the wing for three. A weird shot there, but it drops in. Nothing but net.
You know, whatever works. If it's going to fall, take whatever weird shot you're going to do.
Coulter Brunski gives them an 8-5 lead, and it's Kemmerer basketball again. Brunski, the leading scoring man for Kemmerer, although there's three guys within about 1.5 points of each other. Back out right side. Campman sitting at 9.9 per game. Derek Wilcox at about 10.9. And Brunski just over 11. Short corner shot missed by Moyles. Rebound McCoy Smith has Jet Dickerson up ahead. It's a 2-on-2. No look pass over to the right side and a beautiful assist from McCoy to Dickerson. 8-7 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Bridger Valley Motor first quarter. Campman has the basketball over to Wilcox on the right side. Looking down low to Brunski, and a foul on the ground brings two Lyman Eagles back into the game. It's on number 3 of Lyman. That's Braxton Bradshaw. Alex Bradshaw checks back in. Preston Brewer takes a seat. Inbound to the right side, Jake Campman on the corner, guarded by Bradshaw. Wilcox at the top, double team Alex and Housekeeper. 2:40 left, 8-7. A 3-ball from the right corner. Brunski misses off the front. McCoy reels down the rebound. 3-on-2, steps through 2 men and poked up in the air. I think it's a foul on the ground, though. I'm not sure McCoy ever got into the shooting process.
I'm not entirely sure, but I wouldn't. He's going to
signaled for 2 shots.
You know, for one of the shortest guys out on the court, he has came up with the last 2 rebounds and in pretty incredible fashion.
Yeah, he's about 5'7" as a freshman. McCoy makes his first free throw. Setting up for one more. 2:31 left in the first quarter, brought to you by Bridger Valley Motor. Smith misses the second. We're tied up at 8 apiece on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. 2:26 on the clock. Brunski takes it across, picks it up in the right corner, hands off to Moyles outside the three-point line. Low block, turnaround, Wilcox shot up, no good. Rebound Campman, though. He goes against Bradshaw and shoots it over him. The height of Kemmerer certainly plays against this Lyman team.
Oh, yeah. Lyman's already on the shorter side of basketball teams, and then you add in Kemmerer.
Housekeeper splits through the lane and uses his quickness and quick shooting ability to get a layup up, and then a turnover. Brunski threw it past Moyles and out of bounds. 10-10 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Near sideline inbound for Carter Smith. Throws it behind the timeline to Dickerson. 1:56 left. At the next dead ball, we'll see Sean Crank come in for Kemmerer. Alex Bradshaw fakes a 3 out to the left side. Brewer, no look to Smith. He fakes one at the top of the key, jump stop, runs right into Brunski, who was waiting to draw the charge, and it's a turnover.
Carter Smith was trying to do something there, but I don't think he really knew where he was going to go or if he really was going to go to the basket or pass it off, and he was just a little too slow that they could set up and get that charge.
10-10 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Crank takes the inbound. He's guarded by Bradshaw in the full court pressure. Goes to the right side, it's Wilcox. Tosses it near sideline. Into the game is Keaton Wood. Drive in, Campman. Ooh, he skies over everyone but misses. Jet Dickerson comes down with the rebound. Lyman up ahead. Alex Bradshaw close to a walk. Hands off to McCoy. Then to Brewer. He goes up off the glass and gives Lyman their first lead of the game. 12-2 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Good sharing of the basketball for Lyman on the play. Wilcox up ahead to Brunski. They're going to need to share the ball against this Kemmerer team today because they're certainly not going to win a lot of one-on-one battles. Campman fouled from behind by Brewer and to the line for 2 shots.
That's his second, isn't it?
Well, it's on 2-0, and that is Preston Brewer, yes. So I've got that as his second, yep. 5 fouls on Lyman, 1 for Kemmerer. So an early return certainly in favor of Kemmerer. First free throw made by Campman. Andrew Housekeeper replaces McCoy Smith. No, take that away. It's Preston Brewer who comes out. And that makes sense. He's the player with 2 fouls. There's an appeal, I think, on the foul count of Brewer. I think they thought he only had 1, maybe. I'm just seeing a coach coming to the scores table to talk about it right now. Second free throw missed. Brunski to Wood. Back to Brunski. Goes off his leg. Just avoids the backcourt. Up ahead, Moyles takes a free throw line extended 3 with his left hand. Misses it. Housekeeper on the rebound. Has Dickerson up ahead. Underthrows him, though. Picked off in the lane by Campman. 43 seconds left. 12-11 and Kemmerer on top. McCoy Smith comes away with a steal against Moyles. Blocked, and he tumbles down to the ground. Moyles gives him a hand back up, but that's a foul. That was a big block, and then the body by Moyles sent McCoy Smith down to the ground. He's lucky to get back up.
It's a good thing that padding was there instead of that brick wall. That had to hurt anyway, but still.
Hit hard. And the free throw made by McCoy.
Didn't seem to affect him too bad on his free throws.
He's got 4 points for Lyman. And I said that wrong. Lyman has the 1-point advantage, 12-11, not Kemmerer. Misses the second. 13-11 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. 35 seconds left. Moyles throws it off of his own body. It looked like it went off a Housekeeper, and then it bounced off Moyles about twice. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Andrew Housekeeper with the basketball. Looks out left side. Jesse Fannis throws up a 3. Swish it in. 16-11 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Kemmerer basketball, 12 seconds left. Brunski finds himself open on the wing, passes back to Moyles. Swing to the left side. Wood with 6 seconds. Guarded by Housekeeper. Gives it off. Down into the lane, stolen away. Bradshaw, 2 seconds, 1. Half-court throw-up is just missed. 16-11 at the end of 1 quarter on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com as well as KNYN 99.1 FM and The Spur in Kemmerer.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activity, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America. The fact is, the best deals are right here, in your own backyard. The difference is that our employees are your neighbors, people you can trust. Please visit us first, Auto Farm Chevrolet. We are your community-driven dealer.
16-11 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board after 1 quarter of play. Here's what we've got for scoring. 2, 4, 6 players for Lyman have put points on the board, and McCoy Smith leads the way with 4 points, 3 by Alex Bradshaw and Jesse Fannis, and then 2 points by Housekeeper Dickerson and Preston Brewer. I like the way the ball was shared in the first quarter. As we go exit out of the Bridger Valley Motor first and into the Reese Auto Service second, has to continue against this Kemmerer team.
Oh, yeah, they're going to take advantage of everything that they can. They're a tall team. They're able to get rebounds easier than what Lyman is. They're able to get those close points in the paint way easier. They're able to do way more things because of their height, and they are fast.
So far, Lyman with the lead, though, 16-11 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Reese Auto Service, any engine, large or small, 747-6450, the number to call for Reese Auto Service in Lyman, Wyoming. Braxton Bradshaw on the court along with Jesse Fannis, Andrew Housekeeper, Alex Bradshaw, and Jet Dickerson taking the 3 on the court for Lyman. Missed 3 ball by Dickerson. He gets it back after the rebound by Fannis. Bradshaw looks to his left, then to his right. Back to the left side. Alex takes over. Alex on the left wing, 30 seconds into the second quarter. Scoops through, works to his left, then hands off to Fannis. Bradshaw swings around right side to Dickerson. 40 seconds into the second quarter, first possession of the period, though. Lyman taking its time. They're usually at 8 and get a shot up. Being methodical here. Braxton Bradshaw travels with it with the first step. Turnover back to Kemmerer. Braxton didn't like the call there.
He didn't. He immediately looked back at the coach, and I don't know if the coach shook his head yes or what, but he was like, all right.
Derek Wilcox tosses it up over Dickerson, and then Jet called for a foul on Jake Campman. Did we see Campman wearing the sport goggles last time?
We did.
And now he's just wearing, I called them spectacles. Let's call them glasses. We don't need to make him sound 68 years old.
No, you don't.
He's about 50 years away from that. And then he just has the regular glasses with the little rope behind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the sport goggles just weren't working out for him or if he left him at home.
Who knows? I like the glasses look. I don't know how the sweat doesn't make them fall off because I know they would.
Short corner shot by Bradshaw's good. Yeah, I don't know how you. I don't know. Those things, like you said, they look a little sweaty, the sport goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Kemmerer basketball, Wilcox. Swings around left side, Campman. Alex Bradshaw, the first Lyman Eagle with multiple field goals in the game, and actually extend that out to any player on either team. For first player to get a multiple field goal. And just as we say that, Coulter Brunski hits his second field goal. He's got 5 points, and Kemmerer gets 2 more. 18-13 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Lyman over Kemmerer. Alex Bradshaw hands off left side to Jesse Fannis. Dickerson screens for Fannis. High dribble and a handoff to Bradshaw. Screen for Dickerson. He rolls into the paint. Out to left side. Bradshaw for 3. Good. Well, get him hot, and he will just not stop. Alex Bradshaw up to a quick 8 points for Lyman. And you can see this is your first time seeing Alex since those 2 games. The confidence is just so much higher. He gets the ball, and he's looking to shoot.
Oh, yeah. When you announced him, I knew that he was a sophomore, but when you said it, it re-emphasized that. He looks like a junior, if not a senior, out on that court with the leadership that he has, his abilities to pass and to shoot the ball.
Free throw missed by Brunski. That's a single bonus because Lyman is already with team foul number 7. Well, Brunski misses, and it's Lyman basketball after the rebound. Housekeeper has it on the right wing. He'll drive into the paint, poked out from behind, and a rip-away steal by Moyles. That was close to a foul. To the left side, Brunski fakes a 3, gives back to Moyles on the left wing. Looks into the blocks. Wilcox is open, turns around and drops it in with his 6'6" frame. He had to just put the ball down a little bit. Bradshaw in transition, 2 more, and he's in double digits. The way he runs the lane, he'll get half his points from threes and the other half from running down the court and getting a pass from Dickerson, Bradshaw, Housekeeper, whoever gets him the ball. He'll run the lane, just give me the basketball. Out to the right wing, it's Moyles, wing-to-wing pass out left side. Brunski with it. Campman open on the corner, fires a 3. Misses off the handle. Through the arms of Wilcox, down to the ground. It's picked up by Bowen. Then a triple by Brunski is good. He's got 8. 23-18 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Andrew Housekeeper loses his dribble as he kind of ran into Dickerson. Gives it off to Braxton Bradshaw. He's poked out from behind, and it stays with Lyman. Ball was knocked out by Coulter Brunski. There was a player out of position there. I think Dickerson was kind of getting in the way of Housekeeper. Nearly caused a turnover.
Between, I don't know what Kemmerer player it was, but then Dickerson, that made a little tunnel for Andrew to just crawl through with the ball and then pass it off.
Brigham Fannis replaces Jesse Fannis, the junior replaced by the freshman. Alex Bradshaw has it on the left wing. 4.5 left in the Reese Auto Service second quarter. Dickerson right side to Housekeeper, then to Bradshaw. Straight away 3, nothing but net. 13 for Bradshaw and start the counter. He is on fire. 13 points for Alex Bradshaw, and when he gets on, he doesn't even hit rim. There's nothing, just the bottom of the net. Down into the blocks, one dribble, turn around, Bowen fouled by Bradshaw. 2 shots. Bradshaw kind of looked around and said, what?
Yeah.
He clearly got his hands in. He was straight up and down, but he hooked him, and then he moved him.
I didn't see that, but I saw the fact that he got on top of the ball from behind him and tried to rip it out that way, and you can't go over the back of a player when they're trying to shoot.
I thought it was kind of from the side is what it got caught up with, but he was certainly standing from behind. More the arm angle was from the side to side. First free throw goes in for Bowen. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And they're not putting fouls up, but they are, but they're going away quickly. That was number 2 on Bradshaw.
I want to say that was his second. That's why he's out of the game.
And that's a tough one. The second free throw made. Alex Bradshaw has 13 on the board for Lyman, but currently sits. Lyman on top, 26-19 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. This is a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
26-19 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board, and Kemmerer coming into this game sitting at 5-9, but 2-0 on the conference season. Lyman at 1-1 after a loss to Big Piney and then a victory against Pinedale. On the left wing, Braxton Bradshaw has it, looks left side to, that's McCoy Smith. He'll dribble out to the left wing, guarded by the 6'6", Derek Wilcox. Passes to the top of the key. Jet Dickerson with the basketball. 3:45 left in the quarter. McCoy Smith gets the ball from Dickerson. He drives in left side. Dishes out to Fanis. Fanis one dribble, then to Housekeeper on the right wing. 3:37 left in the Reese Auto Service second quarter. Fanis gets it at the free throw line. Passes back to Housekeeper. He'll dribble in. Give it to McCoy. Left corner 3. No good. And a rebound. Dickerson. He's topped from behind. A foul on Kemmerer. I think Brunsky. Or Wilcox. It's number 22, Derek Wilcox. His first, just the third team foul for Kemmerer. And that's certainly an advantage for the Rangers. They've not been fouling, and they have the luxury of just, if they do play good defense, they are much taller. Brigham Fanis left open for a wing 3. He drops it in. He's 5'3" as a freshman. No one guarded him. I don't think they respected the freshman.
No.
They should.
They should.
You don't play varsity as a freshman, and certainly not at 5'3", 5'4", without good reason. He is a fine basketball player. 29-19 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Out to the right wing, then to the Wood in the left corner. Drops it in, the assist by Wilcox. I like the way Kemmerer's moving the basketball as well as of late. Keaton Wood with his first basket today. 29-21 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. I think we could say both these teams are improved from the last time we've seen them play.
Without a doubt.
A charging foul drawn by Keaton Wood. No hold up. It stays. It's a block foul on Wood. And also, while it's physical, it's a lot more under control than the last time we were here. 29-21 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board, and a timeout taken. 2:44 left in the Reese Auto Service second quarter. This is the First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com, KNYN, and the Spur in Kemmerer.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
I missed out of the break, going into the break, I missed the 0 on the call, so it wasn't 1 Keaton Wood, it was 1-0 Andrew Housekeeper. So the ball is Kemmerer's coming out of the break. 29-21 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Coulter Brunsky with the basketball. Full court pressure on for Lyman. Keaton Wood has it, stutter steps, poked at from behind by McCoy. Takes it across the midline circle. Throws high over the head of Brunski and out of bounds. Back to Lyman. And I think a fair amount of frustration, justifiably so, by the coach for Kemmerer there after that. They broke the press and then just threw the ball away unforced. Preston Brewer on the right wing to the top of the key. It's Braxton Bradshaw with it. Back to Brewer. He has not scored in the first half, but he didn't score in the first half last Saturday either. Finished with 12 in the game. Bradshaw, no, that's McCoy Smith with it on the left corner. 2:15 left. He'll drive in against three players, try to throw it up, and it's rejected. Kemmerer basketball. Coulter Brunski on the right wing, picks it up, throws back to Keaton Wood. Looks to Moyles, finally puts the rock on the ground, picks up at the elbow, no look pass to Brunski. To the top, it's Clayton Moyles, drives past of Brewer, throws up an elbow shot, no good. Preston Brewer with the box out. 8 o'clock here in Lyman, Wyoming, and a timeout taken by Lyman. 29-21. 1:53 left in the Reese Auto Service second period on this First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
29-21 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Second quarter brought to you by Reese Auto Service. Any engine, small or large, Reese is there for you in Lyman. Andrew Housekeeper has the basketball, joined on the court by Carter Smith, Preston Brewer, McCoy Smith, and Jet Dickerson for Lyman. Smith fakes a three at the top, looks down low to Brewer, and that was a miscommunication between the two players. It's a turnover back to Kemmerer. Threw it into three Kemmerer defenders. Clayton Moyles has it out to Brunski on the left wing. 1:90 seconds left in an 8-point game. Kemmerer trails Lyman. Moyles basketball up top, just throws it past Campman, but he hauls it down with the fingertips in a 6'4" frame. Wilcox on the left corner with 1:16 left. Skip again, and Campman saves another would-be out-of-bounds pass. Throw out, and Preston Brewer comes away with a near steal. McCoy Smith scales up near close to us, trying to save that basketball, but it goes out of bounds, stays with Kemmerer.
He had a lot of confidence. I wouldn't have done that.
He was coming right up. And there's not too many rows before you hit us here on this side. 1:05 left in the Reese Auto Service second period. Campman walks with it, putting the ball on the ground a little bit too late. 29-21 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Andrew Housekeeper takes the inbound. 1 minute to play here in the first half. Brewer drives in to the lane, fouled, and the shot falls. Nope, take it all away. A charging foul called. It's our first charge of the day.
That's our second, actually.
Yeah, Housekeeper had that first one. That was a couple of minutes ago. For Preston Brewer, that's foul number 3 as well.
Ooh.
So Housekeeper, he just has the one foul, but he has not scored since the first quarter. Brewer would have had an and one there, but he got the charge instead. He's sitting on the bench with 3 fouls. Alex Bradshaw with 13's been on the bench with 2 for some time. They're a little more ball knocked out of bounds, and Ashton Housekeeper knocks it off. One freshman to another, knocked it off the foot of Campman. They're a little more cautious with the sophomore Alex Bradshaw, I think, and also with his offense. They know that he can come back in the third quarter and get them out of whatever hole they may get into, and right now they're still up by 8, Lyman is. And bring in Ashton Housekeeper, the freshman. Andrew across the timeline, hands off on a curl around to Jet Dickerson. Then to McCoy Smith. We've got 2 freshmen on the court, 2 juniors, and a senior. Jesse Fannis off to Dickerson. 14 seconds left. Dickerson to the elbow, right side, passes off to the corner. McCoy Smith with 10 seconds, dribbles to the top of the key, passes back to Fannis. He has a triple in the game. Fannis hands off to Smith, then to Dickerson. He'll take a very deep 3, misses it short, and the rebound to Kemmerer. Turnaround shot is a little bit late. The buzzer sounds. 29-21 at the end of 1 quarter of play. Again, 29-21 the score. 10 points for Kemmerer in the quarter, 13 for Lyman. They lead by 8 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. On a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN 99.1 FM and The Spur in Kemmerer.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Toronto Valley Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial institution. When you become a member, you are an owner of the credit union. We believe in people over profit, and that impacts the way we do business from our overall structure down to the smallest detail. Our philosophy sets us apart, and we're here for you. Earn more with our high-yield checking account, start a savings goal, check out our competitive loans, and much more. Become a member today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. Member NCUA.
Sometimes getting the whole family scheduled for a dental appointment is hard. Different days, different times, and then how do you pay for it all? These problems have been solved by Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View because we serve patients of all ages. It's easy to schedule the whole family on the same day, so you just make one trip. We accept most insurances, and if you don't have insurance, we offer an in-house discount so the whole family can have a healthy smile. Don't wait. Call today. Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View, 307-782-3630.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at West Star Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit West Star Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. West Star Printing, 307-789-5202.
Well, we mentioned it just between, I think it was toward the end of the girls' game that we thought it was going to be junior dancers night. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, as you could see over the break, it was just that. I didn't think that when I saw one person run by a little girl in that outfit, I thought that's a little too much to just be going out to the regular basketball game.
Really?
You never know, though. You honestly never know.
Night out on the town, get gussied up, put on the skirt, the jacket.
I was probably a little younger than they are at this point, but if I could go at a certain age, I would wear a cape everywhere. You know, there was a certain point in my life, about 4 years old, no skirt, just a cape, maybe some dog ears. I was a big fan of Underdog. So at the half, it's 13 points for Alex Bradshaw, 4 by McCoy Smith, 3 from Braxton Bradshaw, 3 by Jesse Fannis, and then 2 from Preston Brewer. Jet Dickerson has 2, and Andrew Housekeeper 2 as well. 8 points from Coulter Brunsky. And then on the other scores for Kemmerer, 3 by Jake Campman, 3 by Caden Bowen, 2 from Clayton Moyles, and 4 from Derek Wilcox. Joined now by Jason Hansen in a game that ended up being quite close after 3 quarters. They scored 21 points in the third, and you had to tighten up that rotation and punch out a win tonight. Nice job.
Well, thanks. We have a few girls sick and a little bit of low energy, but they got hot there for a second. I think they hit 4 or 5 threes right in a row on like about 5 possessions, and didn't help that we weren't guarding them very good. But it was good because we learned more from a close game than from a game that might just get away right there in the third. But we had to tighten up the rotation and. And squeak one out.
I was speculating by some of the minutes played that there was probably some illness going on, but I just never know. But I kind of guessed that may have been the case. But
Mandy's very, very sick right now. So
she was one that I thought she just wasn't able to go for very long out there, and then I'd see her on the bench just down in the water. In the meantime, you got a nice little backcourt forming between the sisters of Caroline and Sage, causing confusion in the passing lanes. They did a good job today.
Yeah, they're so quick, and they have really good instincts on where that ball is going to end up, and they do a great job of just being in the right spot at the right time. And I thought they had a heck of a game. I think Sage had about 10 steals, which
yeah, it was probably up. Yeah, it probably was right.
Yeah,
there.
it was right there. I think it was pretty close, and they did a really good job. I wish we could have shot a little better from the free throw line. I think we were.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
what were we, like 30% or something like that?
Yeah, I had you like 2 of 9 in the first quarter, 0 of 3 in the second, and then the third quarter was all a little bit better. You actually made more than you missed, and then the fourth quarter it went away again. I think it was 2 of 8.
Yeah, we got to get better at making free throws if we want to beat a good team. So
yeah, well, you get a win today, and then you move on to Wyoming Indian on Saturday. That's certainly going to be a game that tests you as it does every year.
Yeah, they're a really good team, and they're a fun team to play because they really like to get up and down and shoot the ball fast, and so there'll be a lot of shots taken. Hopefully we make a few, and we can play with them and make it a good game. So
well, hope everyone gets healthy and no one else loses any health. Coach Hansen, congrats on the win today. It ended up being a fun one. For our standpoint, probably a little more nervous for you there as a
there for a second. I'm like, I don't know if we're going to win this, but we pulled it out. So
all right, well, Coach, thank you for joining us, and we'll catch up with you when you see you on Saturday again.
Okay, hey, appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll take a break. Come back with more of a halftime before the second half begins on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
With MyLocalRadio.com, you get to stay up to date with Lyman and Mountain View sports.
A common thread no matter where you live in Wyoming is that if you're heading somewhere, it's probably going to be a while until you get there. A lot can go wrong on these long road trips across this great state. And if you ever find yourself broke down on the side of the road, it's time to call Glade Erickson at Bridger Valley Motor to come pick you up day or night. Bridger Valley Motor offers 24-hour towing services. If you need a tow, you need to call Glade on his cell phone at 307-780-3280. Bridger Valley Motor is here to pick you up if your lift ever lets you down. 307-780-3280.
Sometimes getting the whole family scheduled for a dental appointment is hard. Different days, different times, and then how do you pay for it all? These problems have been solved by Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View because we serve patients of all ages. It's easy to schedule the whole family on the same day, so you just make one trip. We accept most insurances, and if you don't have insurance, we offer an in-house discount so the whole family can have a healthy smile. Don't wait. Call today. Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View, 307-782-3630.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and UNT counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Just had a question of fouls come up. And I had Preston Brewer at the half with 2. I added one in just because I like to, be up with it when they said that he picked up his second. I didn't have him with any. And then he picked up his third, and I had that as his second recorded. Anyways, at the officials table, we're going with 3. Okay, well, it sounds like they're sticking with the 3 fouls for him.
I remember 3 fouls from him.
Okay, so we'll put him at we'll keep him at 3 then. It sounds like that's what he's going to be. All we care about is that we have the accurate stats. But there was the question, and I think the Lyman book had him with 2, and that was a question over after he picked up his third of whether or not how many fouls he had. But sounds like he will stay at 3. We mentioned Alex Bradshaw with 13 points at the half, and he sat most of that second quarter with 2 fouls. We certainly expect to see him come back out, and if he does and they run a few plays for him, this game could be in double digits in quick fashion the way he's shooting the ball today.
Without a doubt. I think a lot of players have done good tonight. They've passed the ball extremely well. They've been able to get Alex open to be able to take a lot of those shots. There's a few shots that I've disagreed with. I don't think that last shot by Jet Dickerson was necessarily needed. It was 2 feet out from the three-point line.
Oh, it was more than that. It was on the 10-foot volleyball line.
I don't think that was a smart shot. You wait that long to take a shot, and you decide to take that one. That was not a smart idea. You could have already been up by double digits by now if you would have waited for a better shot.
Yeah, no, it's kind of become a calling card at times of Lyman to take a half quarter at the end of the half. And, you know, they made it last week against Pinedale with Andrew Housekeeper, but is it a good
one
shot?
Time
it's not a good shot. It was not a good shot, no. And the fact is, if you can get Alex open, he will not miss, especially from distance. I don't think he's missed an open shot all game long from distance. Now, inside, finishing inside, it looks like that part of his game. I think with getting a little bit more of a roll on the ball, feeling more of a touch at the end of his fingertips, as opposed to kind of being a bit of a stone when he lets go of that finger roll, that needs to come along a little bit. But
well, I think players have to know their role. Jet Dickerson's more of an inside player, being able to do that. Alex can be more of an outside player, and you can trade off on those, but you can't. You have to realize what kind of player you are on the court.
Third quarter begins with Alex Bradshaw racing around to the right side, gives it off to Jet Dickerson, then to Brewer in the lane. Goes from left to right block, throws it hard off the glass, trying to overshoot Coulter Brunsky. Kemmerer basketball, Moyles with it. Kemmerer in the gray jerseys, moving from left to right. Bowen misses a shot, and Dickerson comes away with the rebound. Racing with it, as Kemmerer's become accustomed to do. Out left side, Housekeeper drops it in for a triple. Housekeeper's become very selective with the emergence of Alex Bradshaw in his shots, and he comes away with a steal nearly. He does, in fact, mokes it away, and Bradshaw puts it in for 2 more. We'll credit Andrew Housekeeper with the steal, and then Bradshaw with the pickup and the layup. 34-21, 5 quick points out of the break. Wilcox down low to Bowen, and he turns around, shoots over Bradshaw. Bowen, he's got his first points today. No, that's not right. That's Colby Bowen. Caden Bowen has his first field goal. He's up to 5. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. 6:45 left in the third period. Up top, Bradshaw open for a 3. Yes!
He has not missed today from the three-point line.
He has 16 points in the game, and that's about how he was against Pinedale. And Derek Wilcox was trying to close. From what I've seen, if he's open, Bradshaw is not the type of player who is going to be bothered by the player coming out and closing, which is hard to do mentally as a player. But I have yet to see it happen. Brunsky has the ball poked away by Andrew Housekeeper. Up ahead to Preston Brewer. He throws it up to Bradshaw, and it's good. 18 points, and now I'm glad you can see this. I'm glad you can see the points and the sheer volume with how fast Alex Bradshaw puts points on the board. Timeout taken by Coach Grosselak, and we'll take it with him. 39-23. It was just 29-21. Minute and 54 seconds ago. This is a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM, The Spur in Kemmerer, and MyLocalRadio.com.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
A common thread no matter where you live in Wyoming is that if you're heading somewhere, it's probably going to be a while until you get there. A lot can go wrong on these long road trips across this great state. And if you ever find yourself broke down on the side of the road, it's time to call Glade Erickson at Bridger Valley Motor to come pick you up day or night. Bridger Valley Motor offers 24-hour towing services. If you need a tow, you need to call Glade on his cell phone at 307-780-3280. Bridger Valley Motor is here to pick you up if your lift ever lets you down. 307-780-3280.
39-23 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Derek Wilcox inbounds for Kemmerer. Moving from left to right, they throw it up high. Carter Smith gets a hand on it. Campman corrals it for the Rangers. Out to the right side, Brunsky with the basketball on the right corner. High post turnaround and a foul off the ball against Carter Smith. He got caught holding Caden Bowen. Carter Smith's second foul that I have, and it's actually his third. I missed one along the way. Baseline inbound to the left of the hoop. Moyles with the basketball on the right wing. Throws it down to Bowen. He's against McCoy Smith. Misses the shot short. And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Kemmerer. Jed Dickerson checks back in. He was just replaced by McCoy Smith, and now he replaces Preston Brewer. And the role of Jed Dickerson this last few weeks has changed a little bit. He's playing a lot more post defense and playing more on the inside as the emergence of Bradshaw as an outside shooter. To the top, it's Andrew Housekeeper. To the right wing, then McCoy. Looking to the post up top. Jed Dickerson will try a straightaway three. Misses long, and the rebound, Wilcox. He's fouled from the right side. Uh-oh. Foul number 4 upcoming. Carter Smith just picked up what will put him down on the bench for just about the rest of the way.
I thought it was interesting that they had Dickerson come in for Brewer. Instead of Smith, which I can't say I agreed with, but, you know, maybe.
Oh, Moyles knocks it off the head of McCoy Smith. It stays in bounds, and then it's out of bounds. Oh, no, it knocked a little girl's meal down to the ground.
Nachos.
Oh, no. Clean up on aisle 5. And a new set of nachos, please.
All over her outfit,
that
too.
That will delay things. As it's all right. I don't know how old she is, but she said, I got it. I'll lick it off my elbows. And they're going to bring her back for some more nachos as we get a cleanup from Coach Hansen and Dale Anderson. Well, first, Kemmerer throwing it all over the place. First it bounces off the head of McCoy Smith, and then it's overthrown. And this almost happened to you, but it was a player in Star Valley a year ago. She got hit by a ball. There was a time last Christmas, you quite nearly got taken out by a player jumping the benches.
I thought I was safe being behind the bench, and the next thing I know, there's a ball and a player that comes straight from my legs.
Out to the right side, Dickerson cocks back at 3, misses it. Bradshaw on the rebound, put back a little bit hard. Brunski on the board for Kemmerer. 39-23 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Moyles to the left corner. Jake Campman will back up and give it to Moyles. He'll think about a corner 3, dribble to the wing, then to the free throw line. Hand off to Brunski over to the right wing, then to Campman on the corner. He'll top up to Wilcox. Under 5 to play in the third period. One-handed baseball throw to Brunski on the left corner. Looking for Moyles. He drives in, free throw line. Dish out right side. Drop step. Campman puts it in. Nice play by Campman and the good vision from Moyles.
That was good passing from the Kemmerer offense, that they were able to just go in there, pass it around, and wait for an open shot.
Yeah, they passed it about 12 times before that shot came in. 4:30 left in the third period. Fake 3 by Bradshaw. He'll drive in, drop it in over the head of Bowen. Well, what are we up to now? What do you think? It's number 20, 19-20 for Alex Bradshaw.
Really?
20 points for him. He had 13 at the half and barely played the second half of the second quarter. That was the same story against Pinedale. He picks up a second foul. They keep him safe because they know he's instant offense. Foul from behind. Jed Dickerson gets Campman, and he drops it in from the right block. Jake Campman, a freshman. And you mentioned he was playing older than the last time we saw him. He's starting this time around. And certainly he is playing with confidence. And third leading scorer on Kemmerer. He is leading the way now, I think. Chance to tie up with the lead of Coulter Brunski with 8. On the free throw, he makes it, and that is point number 8. 41-28 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Left wing 3 by Bradshaw, misses short. Well, he's finally missed one, and then he picks up a foul, his third. And you can almost see him walking to the table to see, are you going to take me out with 3 fouls? Nothing yet. They will leave him in with 3.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, looking at what happened to Smith just a few minutes ago.
It's tough. 4 minutes left, and you do have a 13-point lead. But if you lose that offense, he scored half of your points. Preston Brewer comes away with the steal and then is topped up in the air by Clayton Moyles. A foul comes in, and Brewer's to the line for 2. You look at 41 points for Lyman, pretty good, but 20 of them have come by way of Alex. And you have a 13-point lead right now. You could sit him down. That's the second foul on Moyles. Or no, that would win against Brunski. That was it was Moyles helping him up, and that's where I saw that. Second foul on Brunski. 3:49 left in the third period. First free throw good by Preston. He's setting up for the second. Has 3 points in the game, make it 4. 3:48 left and a 15-point lead for Lyman over Kemmerer. Brunski on the run, driving past McCoy Smith. Can't get past him and assist. Smith steals it away. Up ahead to Brewer. 2 more.
Nice finish by Brewer.
And a nice steal by McCoy Smith. Dickerson guarding in the blocks, but Caden Bowen shoots over him. 45-30. Bradshaw misses the short corner shot into the hands of McCoy. He flips it in for 2 more. Fast-paced, and that was just a luck of the draw that McCoy Smith was standing there when the ball popped out of the hands of Kemmerer. Bradshaw comes away with a steal. Brunski fouls him from behind.
That's the right call.
That's the right call. And the fouls are adding up a little bit on uncontrolled fouls, I guess you could call them. Loose ball, change of possession fouls for both teams there. That's how Carter Smith picked up his 4th.
Yeah.
Was on a little reach around, a loose ball rebounding foul.
Brewer and Bradshaw to the bench. You have Fannis and who's the other player in?
You got that's Stockton Walker, yeah. Junior for Lyman. Andrew Housekeeper passes to Fannis. He hit a triple, tries another, misses a bit long. 2:56 left, 47-30 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Housekeeper gets a hand on the ball, still behind the timeline. Wood across, but a carry called. And credit Andrew Housekeeper with keeping that ball in pressure time. He's been playing the passing lanes very effectively today.
With him being able to take a break from offense, it's been able to transfer him to being a better defensive player. I think being able to keep up that energy to play defense has really made a difference and changed the momentum of this game.
Stockton Walker to Jet Dickerson over to the right wing. It's Andrew Housekeeper with the basketball. To the top, Fannis looks over to Dickerson. They swing it left side. Walker way overshoots his triple. Out of bounds off the hands of Campman and Wood, though. They knocked it out of each other's hands, and it stays with Lyman. Clayton Moyles out of the game. And we've got the senior, Sean Crankin. Inbound to Fannis. It's up. It's off the rim and into the hands of Caden Bowen. 17-point lead for Lyman, 47-30 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Crank to Wilcox. He fades away on a shot, misses it. Ball down to the ground. Housekeeper ties up through the legs of Wood. Tries to knock the ball out. Wilcox comes away with it. Campman in the blocks. Fouled. Oh, who does this go against?
I think it goes against Walker.
It's on 23, Stockton Walker. Nice call there. There was 3 players in the neighborhood. What did he do there?
He got his hand right on top of the ball of Jake as he was going back up and just ripped it back down.
47-30. Campman with 8 points in the game. Shoots his first free throw and makes it.
What is he sitting from the line, Campman?
On the season?
Yes.
Jake Campman is a 75% free throw shooter.
He looks like he has a pretty shot from the line.
Second shot, nothing but net. He's into double digits for Kemmerer, the first player of the Rangers to do so. McCoy Smith, he's really seen his minutes increase. As I heard people around as the new transfer from Rivalry, Idaho, you could hear him in the fall say this has got a really good basketball player. His minutes have reflected that as the season's continued, and they've continued to trust more out of the freshman. Fannis out to McCoy Smith to Dickerson on the right corner. 47-32 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. McCoy called for a travel at the top, trying to drive past Wilcox.
You have both Bradshaws back in and Brewer.
Yeah, that brings pretty much all the, I guess, you get Braxton and Alex in, Jet Dickerson. You mentioned Preston Brewer back in and Andrew Housekeeper. So everyone in for the starters, save for one. That's Carter Smith playing with sitting with 4 fouls. He can't come back in, basically. 1:40 left in the third quarter. 15-point lead for Lyman, and they steal it away. Braxton Bradshaw up ahead to Brewer. He's hit by Crank, and the foul's on the ground. Preston tried to throw it up with continuation. Foul number 1 on Crank.
I think Braxton should have held on to it. He had less defense on him than what Brewer did.
Inbound goes to Alex Bradshaw. Straight away, drop it down. 3 more on the board for Alex Bradshaw, and he's up to 23 in the game. He takes an extended break and a sit down, and probably a good idea. Overthrown, Housekeeper up ahead from Braxton Bradshaw. He drops it in. Alex to Braxton. Nice teamwork there.
This lead has now exploded to 20.
And it's at the heels of some great defense by Lyman. A jump ball tie-up, and the possession arrow keeps it with Kemmerer. 5 points for Braxton Bradshaw in the game. 1:04 left in period number 3. Derek Wilcox with the far side inbound. McCoy Smith and Jesse Fannis were out for just about a minute. They replace Jet Dickerson. No, they replace Preston Brewer and Alex Bradshaw. I think with Brewer and Bradshaw, both 3 fouls, you're up by 20. Hold on, let's see what happens. Save them for the fourth quarter. 64 seconds left as Crank takes it across for Kemmerer. Over to Wood on the right corner. He spins around back to his right side. Campman gets a dribble baseline. Back to Wilcox on the free throw line, extended right side wing. Dribbles baseline, short corner shot, no good. Battle for the board, sends a few players to the ground, and Campman comes away with it for Kemmerer. Looking for Crank, Dickerson hits him, and then he throws it away. Bradshaw had it, but it's knocked out of his hands. Campman has it knocked away by Housekeeper. Back to Lyman. It's Braxton Bradshaw handing off to Andrew Housekeeper. Crosses over to the left into the lane. Up and under shot. Not going to catch that one. And he'll tumble down to the ground. Get up after the Wilcox rejection. 24 seconds left in the third period. Jesse Fannis steals it away from Coulter Brunsky. 3-on-1. Throw to McCoy. Past Wilcox, and it's good on the layup. He's giving up 11 inches on that play. McCoy at 5'7", Wilcox at 6'6".
I tell you what, I'm not able to keep stats for this game, but I'm glad I'm not. This is insane.
Steal, stolen inbound. Jet Dickerson puts one in. 2 more on the board before the buzzer sounds. 56-32, a 24-point lead, and an explosion by the Lyman defense that leads to the offense. On this First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and MyLocalRadio.com, as well as the Spur in Kemmerer.
An infected tooth can cause discomfort and serious harm to your health. At Wyoming Dental Specialties, endodontist Dr. Leslie Walker understands the complexities removing infected tissues from inside the tooth, which is one reason why you can trust him to provide endodontic treatment and root canal therapy. With a skilled staff and state-of-the-art technology in our office, we help save your smile and improve your overall dental health. Call today to schedule your appointment, 307-789-5608.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
56-32 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Fourth quarter brought to you by Big Country Properties. Visit bigcountryproperties.com or give Bobby Dalzall a call at 782-3356. She's the person to call at the #1 listing and selling agency in the Bridger Valley with properties in both Uinta and Lincoln County. Uinta and Lincoln County doing battle tonight here on the hardwood. Lyman versus Kemmerer, quarter number 4. 56 points for Lyman, and a 3-ball by Smith is short. Rebound by Wilcox, 32 points for the Kemmerer Rangers on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Clayton Moyles with it to Crank on the left side. As we come back out here in quarter number 4, a short corner shot dropped in by Wood, and Keaton has his second bucket of the day. 56-34. Jet Dickerson, Carter Smith, Braxton Bradshaw, Preston Brewer, and Alex Bradshaw leading the way with 23 points. He gets the ball at the free throw line, throws it in. Nothing but net, 25 for Bradshaw. I think we've got a new #1 scorer for Lyman, and I think he's going to be scoring 20-plus the rest of the way this season through.
I like that. It gives everyone else kind of a break from having to worry about offense and being able to focus on defense. And this team is completely different from the last time we saw them. They're actually playing defense. They're stopping, they're getting steals, and they're playing basketball.
Derek Wilcox made a turnaround hook shot from about 1.5 feet away, and a push-off foul on Lyman. Turns the ball over. Was that on Jet Dickerson?
No, that was on Braxton Bradshaw.
Oof. That's his second, so I guess it's not as bad as I thought at first.
he was supposed to be cutting in, and Coach Lewick was yelling at him to cut in, and so he tried to go in, and he just pushed off on his player a little too much.
Keaton Wood with the basketball in the left corner. Turnover, Braxton Bradshaw with a steal. Back to Carter Smith. High dribble, pass to Brewer. It's good. Brewer kind of had a modified layup, halfway a layup, halfway a jump shot, but it all counts the same. And he's got 8 points in the game. Colter Brunski across the timeline, near sideline, bounce pass to Moyles. Braxton continuing to play tough defense. Preston Brewer slaps the ball out of the air and takes it the rest of the way with the layup. He's into double digits. The defense, you just mentioned it, this whole Lyman team is inspired with their defensive play. Their shooting, they still will put them up quick, but their shooting is more methodical.
Oh, yeah.
I would be careful to underestimate this Lyman team the rest of the season if I was any one of their opponents.
I can't imagine what that game's going to be like in a couple of weeks when they play Mountain View.
Next week.
Next week,
yeah, we're at that next week already, I think.
Wow, already.
No, we are 2 weeks away, aren't we? Because next week's like the 7th and 8th.
Don't they play Valentine's Day?
They play Valentine's Day.
So
You're
2
right,
weeks.
as usual. To the right corner,
right.
Clayton Moyles to the top, and then Brunski to the free throw line. Hand off, short corner shot, Wood. He misses. Alex Bradshaw has the ball knocked out of his hands by Crank. Stays Lyman's way, and Connor Fields checks in for Preston Brewer. He gets a round of applause from the home fans, and he hit a triple last week against Pinedale, and that erupted the bench. If he gets a chance for a three, expect him to shoot, and if he makes it.
I was watching him shoot in warm-ups coming back into the third, and he was making most of his threes. He has kind of a funky shot, but he made most of them.
Yeah, he'll get him up and in. I think he made his first three-pointer that he tried. Maybe it was his second against Pinedale. 5:40 left. Fields on the left wing. Up top to Dickerson. Back to Housekeeper. Flash to the top. Bradshaw drives and gets hung up by Brunski. It's team foul number 7. That puts Bradshaw on the line. Hey, they're signaling there, but that's team foul number no, never mind. Lyman's on the bad end of those fouls. That's just team foul number 4.
But that's his 4th.
Yeah, 4th foul on Brunski. Housekeeper drives in. That's rejected. Bowen loses his dribble. Back to Moyles. 5:20 left. 62-36. Campman on the right corner. He's guarded by Fields. Throws it into Wilcox. Turnaround 4-foot shot. Good. Wilcox has not been that aggressive offensively today, but he does have 8 points, and he has 2 buckets in the fourth quarter, basically doing that. Get it in the post, turn around, and shoot it over everyone, which he has no trouble doing.
No.
62-38. Fields with the basketball. Drives into the right block. Bounce pass out. Right back to Carter Smith. He'll come around on a curl. Get the basketball against Wilcox. Throw it back out to Smith. He'll drive in. Up top, Dickerson takes a wing three. It rattles in, then falls out. 62-38 as Kemmerer gets the basketball back. Colter Brunski, as we just mentioned, playing with 4 fouls, has it. Campman on the left wing, steps back, sees himself open for 3, and drops it from the left wing.
He's got a pretty shot from a freshman and normally a post player. Just that smooth, arcing shot.
Ooh, we got a player stepping out of bounds or a travel. Either way, it was either the passer or Fields stepped out on the sideline, on the baseline. 21-point game is the good news for Lyman, though. They lead by 21 points after that turnover. Bowen back to Wilcox. Drop step, turn around. He's fouled by Housekeeper. Housekeeper's second. And Wilcox to the line. Andrew Housekeeper today, 5 points, but a great game. Usually you could just look at the score sheet back in the day and say that's how Andrew's done today, but he's got a lot of steals. He's had more turnovers that are indirectly related to the way he's playing the passing lanes or playing on the ball defense, and he's been creating for his offense as well.
Well, normally this Lyman team has felt rushed or pushed in a way that they need to score and they need to put up a bunch of fast points, but they've seemed like they felt more relaxed and that they're more in control and being able to just play defense.
Timeout taken. We'll take it with them. 62-41 in the Big Country Properties fourth period on a First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and UNT counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Sometimes getting the whole family scheduled for a dental appointment is hard. Different days, different times, and then how do you pay for it all? These problems have been solved by Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View because we serve patients of all ages. It's easy to schedule the whole family on the same day, so you just make one trip. We accept most insurances, and if you don't have insurance, we offer an in-house discount so the whole family can have a healthy smile. Don't wait. Call today. Black's Fork Dental in Mountain View, 307-782-3630.
1-and-1 free throw missed by Wilcox. Rebound Brunski, though, down to the ground and a foul called against either housekeeper. It's against Alex Bradshaw.
Ooh,
his fourth.
Is it his fourth? Yeah, it is his fourth.
Yeah, 4:15 left in the Big Country Properties fourth quarter. 21-point lead for Lyman. So you can probably leave your leading scorer in without too much worry, knowing that 20 points is probably hard to come by in 4 minutes. But it is still pause for concern. This is a varsity basketball game nonetheless. Bowen makes his first free throw. Earns one more. 62-42. Makes the second. 19-point game. Now coming out of here, I'd say try to open up Alex Bradshaw, or in the case of housekeeper, he just drives in and tries to put up a shot. He's fouled. Wasn't in the process of shooting. It's on Bowen. 2 shots. All right, that works too.
Yeah, that was Bowen's only first.
Yeah. You know, Andrew's fun to watch, and in that case there, it works because the teams almost aren't even expecting it the way that he's held back today. If it was maybe at the beginning of the season, he would have been smacked. May have not even been fouled. They may have blocked him, but he caught him off guard there. Second free throw up by Andrew. Oh, he misses both of them. 0 for 2 trips, 62-43 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Kemmerer basketball down low to Wilcox. Is poked away by Alex Bradshaw. Up ahead, Brewer. He lays it in. 2 more points on the board. Assist housekeeper, and the finish by Preston Brewer. He's got 12 in the game one more time. He just seems to get those double digits one way or another, and usually on a lot of fast break or second chance buckets. It's been mostly fast break for Brewer today. Campman on the right wing, 3:35 left in the Big Country Properties fourth period. Wilcox baseline against Carter Smith, hands off to Campman, works against housekeeper, no good on the shot, but to the line. Housekeeper has picked up his 3rd foul. $64-43 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Team foul number 5 for Lyman, and Campman misses his first.
Jack Dickerson in for Fields.
And a 21-point lead still for Lyman. Campman is 2-4-6. He's 4 of 6 from the free throw line. They get 5 of 7. 64-44 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. 3:24 left in the Big Country Properties fourth period. Housekeeper works to his left, hands off to Bradshaw. He takes a screen from Brewer, then swings it around right side. Carter Smith goes through the defense and then is rejected by Brunski, but draws the foul. For Brunski, I think that's it. That's foul number 5 if it's on him.
It looks like it.
He knows he's done. He's walking off Sean Crank to replace him.
This Kemmerer team has made a few changes from the last time that we saw him. Sean Crank used to be a starter from what I remember, and now he is coming off the bench. You used to have
Colby Bowen.
Yeah, he used to be a starter, and now we haven't even seen him today. I don't even know if he's maybe injured.
No, we haven't seen him, but Caden Bowen, he did not play, and he may have been injured or something either way, but he started and has played lion's share of the minutes today. But they're sitting at 5 wins, and it looks like they'll finish and go to 5-10. But at the 2A level, they're 2-0. They have yet to play Wyoming Indian. That's their 3rd quadrant, and that would be a test for this Kemmerer team. I think Wyoming Indian is they're the defending state champions. Until they're knocked off, you you put them as the favorite to win the conference. But Kemmerer made it to state last year, somewhat surprisingly, but they did after winning just 3 or 4 basketball games and put 5 wins together already, including a 2-0 conference start. Out to the left corner, Sean Crank overshoots it. Bradshaw comes up with the rebound but throws it away, intended for Dickerson. And as Bradshaw makes the mistake there, we should mention, too, that for this Kemmerer team, they're facing a Lyman team in the midst of a hot streak and the emergence of a new scoring juggernaut in Alex Bradshaw.
If Bradshaw hadn't come alive yet, I don't know how this game would have ended up, because this is a very good Kemmerer team.
They've definitely improved, and a steal away by Housekeeper leads to a steal by Moyles, leads to a steal by Carter Smith. Throw from Housekeeper back to Bradshaw from Brewer. Make it 25 on the game. Wow.
That's about all you can say.
26 points for Alex Bradshaw. Add one more. I thought it might have been one short there. Missed 3 ball on the corner by Campman. Lyman basketball. Brewer on the baseline. Throws out right side. Dickerson wants a 3. Misses short. Dickerson has 2 field goals today. He's 0-4 from, I think, 4 attempts from beyond the arc.
I think it's closer to 5. And we talked about this earlier, knowing your place as a player. And I think Dickerson keeps wanting to think that he's more of that wing player, that he's going to take those threes. But that position has kind of changed, and now he needs to realize that he's definitely more of the field goal type person that he needs to.
More inside.
Yeah,
more
he's
inside, more distributing, yeah.
And he does good at that.
And he's still shooting. It's weird. He'll get on hot streaks because he's still shooting 32% from 3 coming into the week. So, yeah, sometimes. 66-44, and Connor Fields is back in, as well as Braden Bradshaw. That's his first appearance today. Jesse Brigham Fanis, Stockton Walker, and
Ashton Housekeeper.
Ashton Housekeeper. That's the starting. That's the last of the 5 out there. A third Bradshaw, 5th Bradshaw to take the court tonight between the girls and the boys game. 66-44 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Walker over right side to Connor Fields. 1:50 left in a 22-point lead for Lyman. They'll play Wyoming Indian this coming Saturday at 4:30. Swing around right side, Braden with it. Bradshaw looks down low. Could not find Fanis, though. And it's Wyatt Peternell. He played a lot of minutes last time, but that's his first time checking in today. Thompson Skidmore also into the game, along with Crank, Colby Bowen, and then Keaton Wood, the other player in for Kemmerer. 1:24 left. Lyman basketball. 66 points on the board as the starters all came out, and another good offensive day. Fields swings around to the left side, past Brigham Fanis. He just chases it down on the left sideline. Walker back to Fanis, to Fields. He'll turn around at the top of the key to Braden, back to Walker on the corner. Ashton Housekeeper has it on the right wing. Braden to Fields, 54 seconds left. Running a lot of clock, and a foul comes in. 1-and-1 free throws. I think that was on, is that not Campman, but Sean Crank, his second.
Keaton Wood is out, and Tyson McCain is in.
Nice extra call there. Got him in. Is that 30 right there?
Yep.
There we go. 52 seconds left, and the free throw missed by Housekeeper, that being Ashton. 50 seconds left. Peternell passes. Up top. Look down low. That's to Bowen. He'll go off the glass. No good. And into the hands of Connor Fields. He avoids getting his knee run over by Bowen. Ashton Housekeeper across the timeline over to Braden Bradshaw. 28 seconds left as Bradshaw is dealing with some tight defense on Skidmore. Swing from the left. Look down low. Braden has it. One up. Oh, it just falls out. Tries to get his own rebound. But it's taken in. What did you say that name was again?
That is Tyson McCain.
Kane or McCain?
McCain.
McCain. Tyson McCain there with the board for Kemmerer. And then stoppage of play here on a foul by Ashton Housekeeper. Puts Skidmore on the line. We saw Skidmore in the limited minutes, I think both against Mountain View and Lyman the last time. Airballs his first free throw. And I think both those came at the very end of the game.
I would say
similar
so.
situation to what we're at now. 66-44 on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. Skidmore misses the second. Brigham Fanis with the rebound. Walker across the timeline has it poked out. It was touched, so he's allowed to take it back. Picks up his dribble, and the clock runs 0. 22-point victory for Lyman over the Kemmerer Rangers on this First Bank presentation of Lyman basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be back with post-game coverage next as we close out the Big Country Properties fourth.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
$66-44 the final on the Benedict's Market and True Value board. 29 points by Alex Bradshaw leads the way to the Lyman victory. 12 by Preston Brewer, 8 from McCoy Smith, 4 from Jet Dickerson, 5 by Andrew Housekeeper, 5 from Braxton Bradshaw, 3 by Jesse Fanis on the other end for Kemmerer. 14 points, Jake Campman leads the way, followed by 9 from Caden Bowen, and then 8 points from both Coulter Brunsky and Derek Wilcox. 4 by Keaton Wood, and then 2 points each from Clayton Moyles and Colby Bowen. Well, I think we have to say 5 threes by Alex Bradshaw. All the points. Certainly, Lyman's not winning without him in that offense today. No. He puts up his third 20-plus point game in a row, and it doesn't look like there's an end in sight.
You hope not.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that there is an end in sight. I think he only missed 1 3-point shot that he took.
Maybe 1 or 2. He did not miss a whole lot of his shots, and they came in the second half.
And for being a sophomore coming in, we were not expecting this out of him. We knew that he was a good player, but we didn't expect this kind of level.
We didn't realize he was going to be putting up McKinley numbers in his sophomore season. And got to credit the rest of the team for the way they've played around. They've changed this offense and defense, and I got to say, I love the way this Lyman team is playing right now. They're playing as much as a team as we've seen them all season long.
And you got to love it. A lot of the players have come on board. We mentioned Andrew Housekeeper earlier in the game. I don't know if he's loving it. He looks like he's loving it, being able to go out there and play defense, get in the passing lanes, I don't know how many steals he had today. I swear him and Sage Bradshaw were in the passing lanes the entire game for both the boys and the girls. Just an incredible player that he is, and then relinquishing some of that scoring to be able to do that to Alex to be able to take over.
I'm going to give my Dr. McKay Franklin precision play of the game to Andrew Housekeeper for his defense today and his offense as well. He didn't throw the ball away too much either, throwing it down, getting steals, and working his fast break. And this is the third year in some capacity that I've seen Andrew Housekeeper play, and I never quite saw him as the pure scorer. And now in this role where he can score some, he can slash, but he can distribute, it seems like he's really finally in his senior season found the perfect role for himself.
Oh, yeah, he has great court vision, being able to get those assists in, being able to see the court, and just not necessarily him score, but being able to make points off of his assists.
Yeah, are we in agreement with that, or you want to go somewhere else?
No.
All right. We ran through the scores, gave out the Dr. McKay Franklin precision play of the game. The only thing left for us to do is pack up and get the heck out of here. It's almost 9 p.m. And we'll be back on Thursday for a single game in Cokeville for the Mountain View girls versus Cokeville. It was a double overtime game last time. And then we're back here in Lyman on Saturday, 3 o'clock and 4:30 for Wyoming Indian versus Lyman in 2A versus 3A Southwest Conference play. For Kate Bollinger, I'm Jake Hibbard. We'll see you next time on MyLocalRadio.com.
The preceding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. We appreciate you tuning in to this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive of Lyman Eagles Athletics. We would like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors and partners who make this all possible. And of course, thank you for tuning in. Check out our website for more information about future Lyman broadcasts, or like us on Facebook to stay up to date with the games. Until next time, go Eagles!